I didn't realize it was I thought it was just like only level 2. I didn't realize I had a hmm, damn, that does make it a lot closer. I saw a ping in Tyler's Discord and it's like, holy shit, is he streaming for the first time? No, he's just sending this stream into his Discord. Yeah. Bring back Sub Survivor. Sad. But we're starting. Is this is the first winners side match actually so far, which is gonna be interesting. I'm on Pooballz first. Really? Uh, hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Let's see what is that a me thing or is it a you thing? Oh, Pooball is the stream quality, right? Yeah, it might be a bit bad. Uh, Pairs to pair. It is awkward though. Oh, he rolls it. Okay, well this one's good. It's a throw round, I guess. I would have just played safe and played tier 2 curve, but meh. Freeze rolls another pigeon. Is freeze rolling another pigeon in the case of like he wants to hit level 3? Is that better than rolling flat for the odds of hitting 2 ducks? I think so too. Yeah. Even then it's kind of arguable. Hmm. Yeah, it's actually having to buy every single one of them. And you have a duck, so you don't want to really waste shop slots. I mean, just more or less. I agree. These rolls are not going well. Oh my god. This is crazy. His only tier 2 scene so far has been a crab. Wait, why did he sell there? Oh, is he just gonna take pigeon and... This is not going well. I guess you would just take camel and pigeon and hedge, I guess. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I think I I think I would have gone camel instead and then taken the HP on it. If only I had dragon. It kind of I think it kind of weirdly messes with pigeons because it plays into rabbit kind of well, but like on curve. That's at least my thought. But Jesus, Tyler Star is so much better. Yeah, this is just like a flat turn ahead, arguably, if not two. At least in terms of, well, I guess that's assuming you want to get rabbit stats with these pigeons, which I guess you don't always want to. He is the world's. Okay, wait, he's gonna. He's playing interesting. Freeze roll. Yeah. I thought for sure he was just gonna sell, take worm and roll. That seemed really good. Or well, not really good, but like the best thing you could do, or the best thing you could have as an option at this point to save this game. Mm. Hmm. Nah, how do you win this? Just because they're Yeah, maybe. Depends if your dog, like how it trades. And also if Tyler fronts crab, which isn't the hardest thing in the world to do. Oh, he did this, which, yeah. Also has a dodo early. It's a very strong start. He has like premium buff turret. Level 2 worm on turn 4? I didn't even see that part. I think it's over. Oh, if only we took the camel. Yeah, true, but god. He skipped the apple. So he took a 1-3 body. Yeah, but then it's like you didn't do anything with it and you didn't go for the triple. That was like, yeah. And arguably -1 life. There's like you probably could have found something that was relevant on the fight instead of the gold spin on worm. Would the flamingos have got there? Thought maybe. Hmm. Yeah, that's not something you can see, to be fair. Just the other like stats on things behind it is yeah, I agree. You need the health to sweep. And it could heal in case there's skunk. And the back trades are horrible with this. Yeah, exactly. You heal back the 2 damage. Oh god, early bus. Tyler hit a pretty crazy early game, huh? 2 level 2. I don't think the Dodie is even the scary part. He just has 2 level 2 tier 2s on turn 5 with deer and rabbit. Yeah, I like going triple separate. I guess the same as this game is still like barely winnable. Just take a 4th. Do you need to roll instead of doing that? Ever? Wouldn't I think double sheep would be worth, because like you're out at this point is probably some kind of summons shit with turkey and plays into it well. Yeah. Probably not on average, no. I was just wondering if like I was wondering if that's what you need to do in this spot because you're behind. Hmm. Fair. Yeah. Wow. Ugh. This is one of those happens games. Is this a parrot? Is he a turkey? No. Okay. GG. Unless another triple shows up, I suppose. He did also play it very weirdly. Mm. Mm. Can whale? Can you afford to can, or do you need to roll once more to potentially sell snail? The smaller snail, that is, for something better. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Could you talk quickly? One more time?
Test, test,
Nice.
test,
Okay,
test,
we're good.
test. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess it's me and Makoto commenting.
You mean to tell me this chat couldn't hear any of my my brilliant
I
insight
tried to
until now?
I tried to gloss over it. I don't know why, but application audio capture needs to be reset every time I stream for some reason.
Weird.
Do you ever have that with OBS instances where you need to like click back onto the thing you're trying to do for it to work?
I mean, I don't have like specific audio captures for things. I just have like my desktop audio goes to the stream.
I see.
The OBS setup for the Samsung is like weird to me. It's like it works, but it's very different from what I
Fair.
have on mine.
Dota 2. His board is so strong. He got the Zelda kangaroo. Is that even right?
Yeah.
It's probably as far as like
Yeah.
building this late game, which you can afford
I
to
don't
do
know.
stuff.
It's one of those situations where you can't really analyze. Like every line wins because,
Hmm.
like, I think it feels wrong to me to not just kill him, but like this also wins, so
This
hard to
also
really say.
kills him. Yeah, I guess like when it gets to a point where um the long-term line will just kill him regardless.
Yeah, but
It
like
doesn't matter.
again, like it's hard to say because like both lines are probably going to win.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
yeah,
if it gets to the point.
I
But
feel like you certainly whale turtle here, but honestly, the right play was to just abandon.
yeah, because you want to keep the. You'd actually get that many cheap summons. So I guess
Brutal.
you're fading. Yeah, no.
Well, actually, kind of close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Good first game. We're gonna get Tyler now as he goes on 1-0. Pretty close to unwinnable, if not just flat out unwinnable. Obviously, some questionable decisions, but maybe it doesn't make a difference. Hard to tell. And now we're watching Tyler, whose stream fits my capture. Thank God. Oh, I'm lagging. Hopefully this is fine. Okay, it should be fine. PC has been very temperamental recently. Hopefully that's not too much of an issue this week. But yeah. These two both did really well. Both went 4-1, I think. Or maybe Pooballz even. No, Pooballz didn't go 5-0. They both went 4-1. So it's a pretty even match. Tough start. You just have to take the mosquito and be chill with it, I guess. Oh, we got the snipe. It didn't matter, but huge clutch game. If he positioned differently, he could have won, but meh. Not something you can see. And second
Alrighty.
fish. Finds third fish. You could consider selling mosquito for pigeon.
Well,
This
at that
one.
point, you just buy sell pigeon and freeze it, but
Oh,
otherwise,
true,
yes,
true.
the concept makes sense.
Yeah. Is that true?
Which I like, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Just
I
saves a
mean, it's
little.
better tempo at the cost of you have to now freeze the food slot when you went and wanted to. So it's actually like kind of debatable. Is this a throw round? If it's a throw round, then this is
It's
wrong.
a throw around, yeah.
Oh, then it was better to sell the mosquito because then you don't have to freeze the food
Hmm.
slot and it's worse tempo. All right, never punished.
There's probably mosquito odds to draw that as well, yeah. Maybe not because it killed a pigeon.
Oh, it was always so awkward.
It's
You
just
have these
bad.
guys that you want to buy, but like with fish, if you're buying them, you're buffing them.
Yeah.
I think it's probably right to just buff these two. Like
Yeah, I agree.
you're kind of, especially with Flamingo, you're kind of incentivized to save it for later these days anyway,
Uh-huh.
because the 4 drops are just good to buff. And so
The stats will just
having
have a
like
lot of
10
tempo
stats for a
value.
few turns,
Hmm.
yeah.
And if you had giraffe,
And
then
then
spider's
Spider's
a good
honestly
target.
like playable,
Hmm.
yeah.
Or rabbit with this
So
matchup.
yeah,
How
I
do
would
you? Would
sell,
you be selling?
sell,
Yeah, nice.
sell. I would probably have bought the flamingo before selling, but this is fair.
Hmm. Reasonable.
Uh,
Worst
a
triple.
lot, a lot of
Worst triple.
strange triples today.
Strange is a good way. Um.
I think because you have a breadcrumb that you want to put on something, I would have taken elephant, and you also have flamingo.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
coming
I
around to
agree.
elephant.
I
I
am
think
too.
elephant blowfish is like a pretty relevant out to hedge for, and then it also is just it benefits from stats way more than sheep.
Yeah. I do find it tough to sell out of in sorry everyone, I need to reset my stream. Hopefully I think that'll make it fine. Yeah, nice. I do find it difficult to sell out of elephant in a lot of cases though. Oh my god. Okay, now it's Pooball's turn to have early rabbit. And worse buff
Well,
targets, but still pretty solid, I would say. A big rabbit.
how did that spider get so big? It's only level 1. There's
And
only
duck
one
stats.
rabbit.
And pigeon
So duck
stats.
stats get it to 2-5, and then pigeon. Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Wait, duck stats plus
Oh,
pigeon
that's
was
also
more, it
pretty
could've...
good.
Oh, huge. You can save for tier 4 now. I guess if you had elephant it would be better, saving for tier 4. But it's still correct too, I think. You sell, can you
It's
double
kind of
sell?
awkward.
Like, is selfish, can you win this fight?
I think if you want to win this fight, you should just buy buy spider, buy flamingo, and cupcake. But I'm fine also with
Mm-hmm.
buy spider, sell pig, buy other spider, buy flamingo, and then roll. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem is you're rolling for like very little, so I think I might rather just cupcake, and that's like the most efficient use of gold. This is okay too.
Inefficient line. Oh, efficient line. Sure. Was really good.
Well, the more I think about it, even if you hit nothing here, you get 1 extra gold next turn. You just have like significantly worse tempo, but maybe that's fine. So actually, this is probably just correct.
Yeah,
Especially,
how
it
much
worked
worse
out
tempo
now.
is it? It's, in theory, 1 less health selling the fish for the flamingo, but that's obviously fake into that board. And the breakpoints you hit on the spider kind of suck. Maybe you need sheep a little further forward to deal with the spider first, because you can like trade really well against the rat. But it also
This
depends if
is
the rat's
playing
around.
around a 9 health spider, which is like pretty reasonable. It'll not
Mm-hmm.
quite work out here, but
Oh, he has Kanga as well. Elephant.
oh no,
Oh god, the breakpoint matters a lot. Oh
disaster.
god. Oh, fuck off, man.
Okay, well that you
Okay.
compensated, compensated.
Oh.
I mean, hey, you got rewarded in shop. This would
Mm-hmm.
not have happened without the elephant.
Exactly. If a sheep had shown up in your spider, it would not have shown up in your. Oh my god, you're getting compensated really hard, and you get to pill onto yeah, sheep. Yeah, you can't complain about this. I don't think.
Hmm.
Right? I guess it's
This
an
is kind of an
efficient
odd
one.
turn.
I guess you just
I wonder
save
if
pill. No, wait. What on earth do you do? Do you take whale, penguin, sheep?
if you just skip the sheep. Like, is it really that much better to have a sheep as a buff target instead of a flamingo? It's
Well,
certainly better. I don't know if it's 6 gold better.
it's just the upside of pilling is huge. I guess yeah. So it's a difference of 6 gold, which is it's basically 2 pairs, but it's also inefficient. Oh, pilling here actually makes. Okay, I think
Huh.
sheep's better. Oh, this actually works out perfectly efficiently then. Well, not really, but like.
Well,
Hmm.
like I'm thinking, you just skip these sheep. You buy this garlic. Well, okay, now
The
you
sheep
buy the
is.
sheep, but like I'm saying, like you commit to the flamingo instead of the
Hmm.
sheep, and then you save
Yeah,
some money.
I think pilling is the correct way to not to commit to the flamingo though, right? Like it'll. Also, why are you not eating this sheep? You just lose a 7/6 body. I feel like that
I
can be
mean,
worth.
maybe he
Oh my god, that's
decided
so
getting the
punished.
stats was more important.
What stats?
I mean, like
Um.
the extra like buff immediately on the whale and the
Oh right, on the flamingo.
uh
On the whale. I see.
yeah. It
Hmm.
was pretty close to working out. The breakpoints worked, but didn't
Mm-hmm.
quite get there. Um.
This whale just.
So yeah, he stacked onto the main sheep. So he's committing to like sheep
Mm-hmm.
and then like flamingo for now, which I think is a reasonable call.
Yeah, I think level 3 sheep is actually like a worth thing to go for, especially because you can get a triple from it. If getting the buff is better, just eat penguin, apparently. He needs to
So
buff.
I think you're behind enough where you kind of have to just keep flamingo for the time being. And so I like buying this flamingo and then buying one of the
Tyler's
foods.
stream keeps freezing. Yeah, I agree though. There we go. Hmm. Keeping flamingo, then you're not doing anything. Is this flamingo buy just fine? An apple? Or even meat bone on
Yeah,
rabbit actually? Is that what you're suggesting? Sorry.
yeah, that's what I said.
I see.
But yeah, I like buy flamingo, and then I think apple sheep. But if you think meatbone whale wins the fight, that's also an option.
I like meat bone on penguin, I think.
Mm, I think that's like not good enough tempo to justify it, and so if you are going to do that, do like the
Does this.
long term play, you may as well just apple instead.
Fair enough.
Chad is saying that if he really wants the stats on whale, you can just swallow penguin, which is fair.
Oh my god, he got sheep out of spider. Oh! Wait, the
Uh,
trigger limit is gonna hit. No! That's so sad.
why
Even though he
did
won
they
the
add a
fight, it's
trigger?
so sad. Yeah, it's the new change. It's back to 3-3 with no tier doubling, but it has a trigger limit.
So
I don't know if
I
Spider won that
mean,
fight.
probably just cow on the sheep. I don't think Rhino
Yeah.
does anything.
I guess the worry is that you're getting like outscaled at the moment. You're like super behind in terms of stats, but I don't really know what the
I
solution is
mean,
for that. Does cat? Because like I
yeah,
don't
there's
think
no solution
cow.
in the shop.
Yeah, cow doesn't exactly
I think cow
fix
certainly
it,
like
but it
fits
can get it
into the late game
closer.
problem.
Hmm.
Yeah, like it does not immediately fix the problem. Actually, like someone I coached recently had this problem where they would like, oh well, this doesn't fix the problem, so I'm skipping it. And they would just doom roll. But like you have to come up with a plan to fix the problem. You can't just
Uh,
like look for one thing that explicitly fixes the problem. And so Kyle fits reasonably into winning game plans here.
mhm. Finds pill.
Uh, I don't like that. I think you're too
Huh.
far behind. You can't lose this 8-7 body.
Are the stats on sheep more relevant? Probably not, no. Melon's good though. You can sell it first, I think. You care about all the buff targets. Yeah. And the roast stats
Seems
are pretty
reasonable
relevant
enough.
too. I
Yeah,
think
the
they are at
positioning
least.
looks correct.
Yeah, I agree. Can this get there? Not even
Oh,
close. Can it double
that's
hit?
very large.
Ugh, thing's massive. But he is getting
It was
fucking
actually,
trolled.
yeah. Was
He
does he
wins
win that
that
fight with
for
the camel?
sure.
Without the camel?
Without camel, he just value trades the thing and then he gets to hit the first hippo like after it gets stats from the rats. And trade it, and then the 6/6 sheep spawns, and just value trade the last hippo.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I
Wow, this has been a weird start to a set. They're both like, kind of, they both gone back to back on crazy hit games. I think Tyler played this pretty reasonably though, for the most part.
oh, by the way, oh wait, never mind. My stream is paused.
I need to stop having it up.
I kind of wondered if it was correct to freeze roll deer because your main out is hitting pill and then hitting a deer, but
Switch it. There we go.
I'm not sure if that's good enough. So maybe like
Good to see it.
hard roll pill skunk turtle is best.
Uh, it's just he was so close to that fight that it's like
The
confusing.
problem is though he's actually gotten weaker. So
Yep. Yeah. I'm wondering if there's like positioning that makes him stronger though. If you're eating, you could sheep front, but then, yeah, I think if you're gonna do this, also you should do the bigger whale at the back instead of at the front because it has better odds to trade the hippo.
yeah, hippo is still, yeah, that would make sense. Breakpoints don't work out too well. Well, they worked out there. Okay, yeah, you
Wait,
should get there.
trigger limit mattered. I
All
think
right.
maybe I don't know. I'm gonna rewatch it and just check. No, I didn't. Sad. Flag is good, but meh.
So
There's a turkey
now
and
the
a
plan is hard
ooh.
roll level 2 whale and win game.
Well,
I guess
there's the
turkey could fit
skunk
in.
is seems good. as well.
Okay, the skunk does like 7
Is
damage.
Hippo even
That
worse?
does scale in the future.
I don't know why they changed it. I think they thought it was a buff, but I feel like it was like okay enough on live, but maybe not.
Yeah,
It was like bad though.
one of those classic sap dev changes where it's just like nobody asked for this and it doesn't accomplish anything. But I guess it's fine.
Let's see what the plan is. Okay, he's gonna go this. I get this makes a lot of sense to be fair. When there's a sheep on your board already, you can just play into summons really hard.
Oh yeah, forgot about the sheep. In that case, the turkey was definitely good. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure if the skunk is good. I
Is
feel
the
like
Scorp good?
it's not doing enough damage to actually like be worth buying over like the guys, but
Mm.
it is in your shop, which inherently makes it cheaper.
I guess if you're going in, if you're like playing like a pivot line instead of a summons tempo line, which is kind of reasonable given that they have 5 lives, then Skunk probably fits into your late game way better. Oh, having to sell that's
Yeah,
tough, but I agree with it.
I probably would have taken that deer. I think you now have a chance of losing.
Yeah, I could see it. He also floated a gold and positioned horribly and didn't squeeze the deer, so that was all around terrible. Uh,
Well, I'm
wins the
assuming he
fight
didn't
though.
want to freeze the deer anyway, because if
Oh,
you were
okay.
going to buy deer, you would have bought it this round. People
Yeah, sure,
freak
maybe
out a
not.
lot when they float gold because it's strictly wrong, but like
Sometimes it's
it really
useless.
doesn't matter.
Hmm.
You lose one roll. It's
It
not
is
that big
definitely
of a
like
deal.
inefficient, but yeah, it isn't the end of the world. These are pretty bad. Like as far as tier sixes go, there was a lot of hits with Whale 2, and these were like two of the only ones that aren't. But you can still probably just take Leopard if for the body
I
and
don't
not
think leopard
the chunk.
accomplishes anything. I would like. I think you take cat sushi and then like
Uh,
eventually
that's
sell
fair.
out of like turkey. I don't know. You can't sell out turkey. I don't know. This is
You
kind of why I
can.
didn't like the skunk. Your board is like a little clogged.
I think Turkey can go
I
go
don't know. This
well.
turkey buffs 3 targets, so
You
it's
could
like
you could take
a
Seal.
15-15. All right, does decide to sell the
Uh,
turkey, but I don't know. This is kind of scary. I mean, like he does get good foods,
you
but
could salad this
you're
turn.
losing quite a lot of tempo, especially like now your sheep died a hippo.
Hmm. They do, but at the same time, two of them plus cat probably trades. Actually, maybe not. Oh, he goes
Oh,
sushi,
interesting
cow,
to go for the
cow over
cow
sushi.
instead of the sushi.
If he thinks it winning the fight, then you should probably put the buffs on the whale, right? Oh no, he has this. Okay, interesting. But this, oh, it's getting
Oh,
skunked
this
actually.
guarantees it trades with the skunk his target, so that's fine. Yeah, makes
Uh
sense.
oh, got
Ooh, that's
fucking
brutal.
owned. He's
Well, I mean, at least now you're
Pooballz
not
is like
feeling bad about
super
the
all in on
turkey.
like some tempo idea. The dolphin summon exactly traded. Wow, that's a tough way to lose a fight. Stake is a big deal.
Uh,
Maybe makes the
I
fight
think
more
I
fun.
like the plan Pooballz went with because
I agree.
with the turkey and level 2 whale on board, you're like almost certainly losing long term. So
Hmm.
if he sees a chance to just take the last 2 lives, makes
For sure.
sense. But now you have whales. Now you have whale mailment online, so it's
Stake
gonna be a lot harder
seems
for Pooballz to win this one.
are you allowed to skip stake? Hmm.
I think you probably have to, yeah, or have to take it. I mean.
Hmm. Do you take salad or roll?
Roll like salad is now like super useless because like
Yeah,
you don't obviously buffing mammoth is bad, but then buffing cat is also bad because you're going to sell it
yeah.
soon. So I
You just
think
need
like you
to
just kind of stop buying food.
play to not die this turn, which is a reasonable ask, I think.
I mean, you might not even be that worried about this turn. I guess level 2 skunk comes and then something. I guess they
Level
can
two
hit
skunk
snake and just
comes, and there's
win.
no way to tank the croc tiger if it stays, and they could also buy rhino and turn off your board pretty hard.
I mean,
I'd say it wouldn't be that strong, but it's tiger rhino, and it could have a chili or something.
I'd be much more worried about like they just replace the croc with a snake, and I think you just kind of lose. But
True.
there's not much you can do about that.
It's turn 10, right?
Uh,
Oh, they did the
the
thing. Oh, it's
turn
turn 11.
11.
Okay, yeah, so this is more reasonable at least. Like he
Yeah, that's pretty good.
he could reasonably have this board. Yeah, tough.
Yeah,
Happens. Part 2.
All right, how much do we care about the stream quality? Do we ask them about spectator mode?
Here. I'm sure we can.
Okay, yeah, Pooballz' stream is kind of unwatchable, so.
Hopefully they don't start. Yeah, I've already asked. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna switch over to
Yeah,
spectator
join
first.
really fast, because the players constantly forget. I would know because I am a player and forgot. Why are you throwing me under the bus? Like, objectively, his stream quality is terrible. Wait, so are you joining or should I do it?
No, I'm joining, don't worry. I'll screen share as well. Assuming, I mean, hopefully that works. That's not the code. What's the code?
Well, they just closed the stream, so we'll never know. Let me check.
Oh, it's Tyler, I think. Easy guess. Also, we're watching Pooballz' side this time. No, I can put my stream quality settings up and we'll be chilling.
Yes, this is much better.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, Tyler's stream was working fine, so
Yeah.
we can use that one.
Pro would have fronted cheap for exactly this reason. That's fair, X. Is he stupid? Good start. Sad. Anyway, here we are. Pooballz has double
I
lamp.
swear you always get the best starts whenever you are spectating.
Yeah.
So annoying.
I don't think I've actually missed a unicorn start since starting to spectate, and I always go on unicorn when I do. I like this beaver take.
I do not. You have one roll, so like what this beaver does is it now lets you make slightly better use of the roll because you can find a beaver. But like, there's so many things that are better than beaver with ant, because it means you will never kill the ant now, and it's like not the best body to have behind the ant.
That's fair.
But it works out this time because he hit things that are better than all the things he hit. Two things that would be worse than beaver.
I think that fight was always draw.
Maybe. Do you take this pig? I take
I
this
would have
pig.
taken this pig. I would take both
Punished.
pigs.
Well, you definitely take these pigs. There's like no argument about that one. The first pig is like closer, but like I think once you have a triple, you definitely just take cell pets. My bold take is that you would still take that pig even if you didn't have have a triple yet, because I think it's most important to just buy as many things as possible. So like a pig or a duck in first shop is a pretty decent buy.
But yeah, I can see it. But yeah, you should run frozen honey.
I have been thinking about that. If you freeze if you're willing to freeze apple for rabbit, then why are you not freezing honey for badger? Because they're equally important.
But why do you not want pill for in a solid amount of circumstances?
Well, because you have a. It's kind of awkward on this board.
It's one attack. I think you'll be fine. And it's a giraffe.
Sure, but like it's not like pilling ant is like that efficient. It's like so you lose one attack if you pill ant because the beaver hits it. So then at that point, it's like 3 gold for 3 stats. It's just like okay. Yeah. So, and then also pilling ant also has other downside. You have to sell your whole board when normally you would want to
That depends how
want to
many
keep
things you have
stuff
that
for
you would be
gold.
happy with the buff landing on, I guess.
Yeah,
Which is
but
also
I would
true.
say it's pretty reasonable to not play for pilling at.
Fair.
I don't know why this
Oh,
is a decision.
he combined pigs. That's interesting.
He's probably made up his mind that he's buying. Okay, this is getting a little odd.
Giraffe
Hmm.
snail. I mean, I like this. The units he bought. I don't know about the order. I think I would have bought giraffe before selling beaver, maybe. Or snail, even.
If you're committing to buffing spider, then this is fine.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I guess we're seeing some problems with spectator mode here, but
Mm-hmm.
I
Let's
think
see.
I would have just pilled the spider. I think the odds of it being a better buff target are pretty good, and then even if it's not, then you can just buff snail instead.
Big Ant, huh? Interesting.
I don't mind giant here. I think
Ugh.
it's a good body,
Mm-hmm.
and so at that point, it's like somewhat. It's like better tempo, worse, slightly worse long term value than spider.
Frame on ropes. Makes sense, I think. I was
Uh,
gonna say, yeah, like I like Pill Spider first because it could influence decision a lot. Oh, if only. And yeah, it also gives you your cell slot so you can keep pig for 5 gold and take camel makes sense into the HP scaling and the badger. Now you're looking for, oh wow. I could take these, I think, like this turn.
that's a pretty easy take. Just
Yeah.
sell the pig, buy two, freeze the other one. It's a triple. It's like a pretty strong triple too. I'd say it is weird to buff kangaroo because the problem is that it you generally want your like big guy to be like you want to be able to put your big guy in the front in a lot of positioning options, and so
I
if
wonder if
your
there's
big guy is a kangaroo, that makes it weird.
Yeah. I wonder if it was ever a question to, it probably was not, I don't think. I have to think about more, but if you would sell two things and then just buy three separate kangaroos this turn.
You can sell a camel. Like you're
Yeah, like
probably
camel
losing
snail.
this round anyway.
Or I guess,
I guess you don't want to sell any of these other things
yeah,
though.
the
I
other
think,
two are too useful.
but you're going to have to sell one of them eventually.
He's scaling
But then I guess you don't have to sell
swan
the
over
others.
scaling kangaroo. I would scale kangaroo here always, but an interesting
Yeah,
choice. Who's
that's
this?
a little weird to me. Like, I do agree that buffing kangaroo is like not that great, but buffing a level one swan is also not great.
Yeah,
All right, level
those are
the hippo is
bad.
here.
Yeah, the new meta.
I mean, the hippo's like fine, right? It's a
Yeah, yeah.
reasonable body to put in front of the kangaroo.
I agree.
It sure would be nice if we could sell this swan right now, because I think the
It's fine.
camel
We
is
have a
kind of
great cell target
necessary.
instead. Oh, he goes this. I mean, there's with a solid thing to put on this turn. This isn't unreasonable.
Like this might be better.
Or you roll it. You have three
Parrot is
ways to
certainly a
roll
better
for
buff,
it.
like a good buff target.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Parrot can mess up your flexibility and stuff you can and activity on these turns, but he has three things to roll for as well, which I think makes it a better take. Because he's not just sat there
Mm.
doing nothing. Well, there's a Parrot.
I guess yeah. If you're selling the camel, then the hippo can't deal with the badger anymore. So at that point, you may as well just take Parrot.
And this
Yeah.
is
So this
definitely not
makes sense.
comparable tempo, but arguably enough tempo. The start of turn horse edge, the parrot's kind of like
Well, I would say it's like definitely not. I think the argument is more that the other one is also not enough tempo. So may as well just throw.
oh, it was not. Tyler's board's really good. For some reason, every single time we
Uh,
watch, the opponent board is just getting crazy.
I mean, have you heard of Hop's spectating theory?
I haven't, but I kind of get into it that it would exist in some form.
His idea is that anyone who is watched is perceived as being worse than people who aren't being watched.
Isn't that just a fact? He's
Well, no, because like if you watch someone, you'll be like, "Wow, they're so bad." So like anyone, the more someone gets watched, the worse that people think they are.
Hmm. I think that's partly due to the culture around how we spectate in general, and like also commentate being a lot more
Yeah,
about like perfectionism than I guess rewarding. But I guess at the same time, like that's not necessarily a bad thing because we're watching adults play, and it's like important. And
yeah.
there's often
Unfortunately, SAP is not an exciting enough game to have color
nah,
commentary,
we can do
so
it.
we're forced to be analytical.
There's been some sick commentaries, like especially like uh, I think there have been some good commentaries in groups, and hopefully is
I'll admit I haven't paid enough attention, so perhaps.
no, that's fair. Did you take a no? Some there he is. Got a garlic. He just yeah, one garlic, one sheep. Good changes to his board.
Okay, level.
Uh,
I mean, the Scorp's like pretty good, right?
yeah,
Solves one of
covers.
the major issues.
Is he getting a deer? I feel like the garlic makes it kind of hard to justify, and you also should have canned probably. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh,
I
pear.
pretty. Yeah, I think skipping the can is correct. I think you don't really have time.
I
It
see.
does nothing this turn. You're on 3 hearts. You need to find things that like actually stabilize, and also you don't really want to sell most of the things on this board.
Skunk good. It's tough that he doesn't have a garlic, but there's one. Maybe you don't
I
take it.
really don't like this skunk. This skunk does like 4 damage. It's like
I think it's
I feel like there
relevant
were
for
much better
letting the deer
options.
actually get through stuff, and like killing the badger faster is a big deal.
I
It's
don't know. I'm
just
thinking it through in my head, and I don't really see what that accomplishes
having
compared
it
to just like
die
putting a
earlier,
unit that
so
does
Swan
more
can get
damage on the
going, I
board.
guess. Wait, compared to what did he skip
Well,
something
just
over?
rolling and putting like another deer or a parrot or like
Hmm.
a turtle on. Like, imagine if we were able to buy this turtle this turn. That'd be like so much
Uh,
better. I think.
I think that depends. I feel like the badger could reasonably get big enough to like value trade the turtle through.
Uh,
Okay, well
all
this
right,
was
so three
fantastic.
damage. Oh wait, no, 4 damage, but not on
Oh,
the
but not on the
badger.
badger, which is terrible and causes the exact problem. Yeah. Well, that's pretty hard to account for. Because the commentaries, yeah, hi Catan. Yeah, no, he doesn't
Um,
remember me. We were watching Tower of God like 2 hours ago.
damn, he don't know you.
Uh,
So I think you sell this shitter skunk so you can get Melon on board. That is a play.
he's so dead. I like not selling
Selling
skunk
the
if it's a
only
pair
good
on.
unit on your
Yeah,
board is
I guess it's not doing
interesting.
much. I think it's just another case of
No, Kitan, this is not via set. This is via let.
you are so dumb.
Okay, well that's pretty good. It
Whoa.
almost makes up for the tempo loss of spending 6 gold to do 4 damage.
Seems normal. There are. That's fair.
I do think the positioning is
Yeah,
correct.
I agree. You can probably like I hope to trade. Oh, well, this position is
No,
really good
it's
in the case
fine,
of
right?
this. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
scary seeing that come up
Oh
on
no,
your
the
board.
bigger deer.
No, deer's off.
Brutal.
Oh, yes, Catania.
Okay, well you have the shark, so that's
Mammoth
something. Okay, now you
parrot.
can sell this shitter skunk. I guess now the swan is probably worse. The skunk is now a pair.
Shark mammoth seems winnable. Maybe this is probably an out. You have a melon unit, especially. Wait. No, don't do it. No. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but the mammoth seems like significantly better.
I think yeah,
Fight,
you
fight.
need the mammoth. This makes like one big unit, which is perfect for dying to badger
Yeah,
and losing the
exactly.
fight.
I guess it has odds to trade because the tiger is still there, but like, eh. You also could have just
Well,
you could have just parrot sharked and achieved a similar goal, and then had mammoth.
yeah, I don't know. I like the mammoth a lot better. And you could still like get the deer breakpoint with it that he would like use the pair for.
Mm.
That's pretty wild. Even
He
though I
really
mean,
he really has a lot of misconceptions about this fight, I think.
I think it is very telling that leveling the skunk is not relevant tempo. If only there was some
Well,
way that we could not be in this
yeah,
situation.
I feel like it still would be, at least a little bit.
I
I feel
don't
like
know.
he's
It's
just
only 4
greeting.
damage. Okay, it was been 5 damage.
Oh, the melee. Wait, okay.
Well, okay, he does get there.
Yeah. Tyler went front
I'm a little
badger and
confused as to
conveniently
how.
dodged. Well, I mean, Tyler just dodged the shark with his badger.
Oh,
Elusive.
sure, sure.
Okay, immediate level 2
All right.
stage. A mammoth appears instead. Again, I do agree with Cell Skunk at this point. Unless Tiger Pair is better, but I
Mm,
still think it's just gonna get killed by Tyler going badger stuff.
okay, so he does
Okay.
correctly adjust and be like, okay, so now I need to have
Okay.
multiple big units.
Yeah, this is actually fine. Yeah,
And
this
so then
makes
this
Tiger
makes
better, I
sense, yeah.
think. Mhm. I mean, even then, I feel like the Mammoth engine would be way more likely to get there. And it's like more open, I guess. You have more stuff to roll for next turn. Like 1-up as well becomes
Well,
OP.
now that you
I
already
guess you already have
have
1-up
the
to roll for.
tiger, then I think like it's too hard to go mammoth from here. But I think having 2 mammoths instead of 2 tigers would have been a better board state, yeah.
I think it's still like I think I would still even know on curve be going for mammoths because the stats are really relevant for playing around so much stuff. And if you get level 2 tiger, you can put 1-up on it, and its stats is the stats are crazy. I feel like yeah,
Hmm.
it's almost
I don't know. I
guaranteed to win the
disagree. I
match.
feel like at this point, there are too many other things on your board that you want to
Oh,
have.
the summon order trolled him. I have not seen that
That
before.
is that random or is it consistent?
I think it's consistent. I think it's consistent because yeah, it is. Wait, maybe not because I would assume that this level 2 deer effect goes first and then the tiger goes second. And usually second summons go in front, right?
Beats me.
Super auto pets, everyone. Yeah, we can watch Tyler again, or we can also oh, you misclicked a giraffe buff early, apparently. Uh, your choice. Ah, my God, it's so laggy. Yeah, we'll go Tyler's stream in here.
Yeah, Tyler's stream is watchable. Is like just good right now, and the stream is preferable. It's like
It is.
more live, and then like you can see some stuff.
Second summons push first summons forward. Really? But like when I think about it,
That
like
seems consistent with how like owl and whatnot
I
works.
guess
I
the thing I'm
guess.
thinking about is fly summons X, because I guess that's like different though. But that's the thing I was basing it off of. I feel like fly summons always go in front.
We're only doing. All right. Double duck. I don't think this pigeon is a take, but there are people who would disagree with me. And it wouldn't be like
Yeah,
unreasonable.
I think I would be taking it, but I'm a big pigeon fan, especially post patch.
Like it is definitely one of the better things with the duck, but I think because you've already bought 2 things, the odds of just hitting any pair or another duck are like or a beaver or a pig are just way too high.
Aaron, wouldn't that be the exact opposite logic? If the second someone pushes the first forward, then fly snake wouldn't work, right? Because the second summon would be the fly and push the snake in front of it.
So in this case, punished because
Yeah.
this pigeon could have been a beaver, but obviously that's hindsight.
Mm-hmm. And this is still good, so it's fine.
Yeah, certainly a solid start. It
Oh,
just gets a little weird if you don't find the third beaver, but you'll find it eventually. Alrighty. That's a pretty good
That's a
shop.
really nice shop to sell on too. First on broadcast high roll. Oh my god. I take dog.
Right?
But I take dog. There's
Yeah.
two oxen. Hmm. There's like I'd rather have like something that just passively gets big while I build my board than another buff target alongside the two I already found.
Yeah, I think the dog benefits a lot more from the health, and you already have like a decent enough buff target.
Hmm.
But there are some attack buffs on your board, so Ox could make sense.
Yeah,
But
I
I
can
don't
see
know.
your
I think
point,
dog is just better.
but I agree. I've become very anti-ox recently, so I always have to question if I'm underrating it.
I think I am starting to realize that Ox's ability is having a melon, but then every other pet can also have that ability. So
Hmm.
it's a little weird.
It doesn't scale as well as I felt like it did in a lot of cases, and the tempo isn't actually doing as much as I thought either. Oh,
This
he
is
forces fetch
strange.
here. He doesn't value the peacock for anything other than tempo, which I don't think is the end of the world. He's gonna buff Swan too, right? Yeah. Peacock hate.
I
Brigade. This
I don't get why this would be better than just having all the gold on your board and not losing your beaver stats and
Oh,
pair.
not selling the beaver?
I would like it, just sell nothing, buy these three, buy pigeon.
I see.
Like the gold works out the same. So by doing this line, you lose your pair. Your beaver stats are allocated on worse units. You lose tempo, I think, and then you also don't. It spent 3 gold on apple. Like I just don't quite get this line.
I do think the apple is worth enough though.
I think the apple was good because you did that line, but I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you didn't have to do that line. All right, flamingo pill, buy this one makes
Yeah.
sense.
He's
I was
considering
thinking
double
about
sell
selling
peacock.
peacock.
Or double sell
That's
pigeon, sorry.
in another timeline it'd be good, but not against that board.
Yeah.
There are 2 units on the other board. Pooballz, I guess, is having a rough time of things.
Yeah. Getting a lot of early tier 1s in his shops by the looks of things.
Well, there's no tier ones. It's just there's no tier twos either.
7th of 8th.
Only tier threes on this board.
Hmm. Oh wait, no, 8 out of 8 because Tangle and Nob have technically scheduled, right? Or they're going to be.
Uh, well, they haven't scheduled yet, so until they
Yeah,
do,
true. But that is kind of 8 out of 8 of round 1 scheduled.
they have been confirmed to have discussed the scheduling, but that's only the first part.
True.
I've wrangled sat players for too long. I know that you can't count on that. Actually loses the fight, which is kind of wild considering Pooball's start. But the breakpoints work out just right. Wait. Oh, so he like
Pooballz.
rolled all the way down and then he like sold his duck and then froze a bunch of duck buff units. That's kind of
Oh, and then
funny.
he insta-bot and then insta-pill, then hit Dodo, which is like fine. But he's buffing the
Yeah.
other guy, which makes sense. I think these are bait. I have other stuff to roll
Tier
for that's way more high
3.
value. I guess it's dog stats though, but meh.
Honestly, it's one of the better triples available. It might be fine. If you're going like Lotto,
It's very expensive.
which would Lottoing make sense on this board?
I would be taking
Probably.
tier 4s with a already big swan, I think.
Yeah, like it's weird because you would want to take a tier 4, but you don't actually have the triples yet. So like
You
you,
can't make
you
a
I
decision.
think like the point is that Lottoing would be okay here. So I don't know. I kind of like those fighters.
Takes
I
the
think they
swan.
could give you enough dogs where you maybe steal like they fight win, and then and it's like one of the better possible pairs.
Could I think I would like garlic and combine swan for no, actually no, I would just stack peacock. The dog stat matters less than the gold next turn, I think.
You would have to calculate the breakpoints and see if this wins the fight. I think it.
I did.
Well, I think it would have if you put the garlic on the dog
That's so
instead.
much less valuable there, I think. Right? Like you'd rather just that's like a dog in after 3 swings.
I guess the logic is that this now lets the peacock be front and like survive, so
Yeah,
then
I
it
guess
gets
it's
to
like a
value
+1
traded. The
value
more I
on
think about it,
the
this like makes sense. Well,
Oh, it
okay,
was terrible.
two balls correctly
Oh, the
correctly
breakpoint.
guesses. It still
Oh.
draws, so
Draws are fine. Yeah. Okay, there's another dog. I'd combine peacocks. Because you could still be like if you find another swan, you could go double dog, for example. 4th triple
yeah.
seems bait. I'd also unfreeze this meat
Yeah,
bone.
I don't. I think it's important enough to find the triples immediately in the spot where
Mm.
you don't want to go for all four.
I do think this meat bone freeze is bad because I think like another second garlic would be very worth into that board.
I agree. You could sell snail for badger here. I think if you're going to do the gold division line, that's the one that makes the most sense. You have level 2 peacock, so pill badger is
Oh,
4 gold,
so sad that it's bad
7
now.
stats.
5 stats. It's nerfed peacock.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right.
I don't know
It's
if
just
it's good
bad then.
anymore. That's so sad though. I remember, I think it
5
was
stats or
Tyler who said it
4.
to me actually, and you just had to live that experience. But he said on another street, like the reason he doesn't like the peacock nerf is because it makes Badger Pill worse.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Sad.
They should make it. They could do the
Double
old
out of
shark
battle.
change where it like does double out of battle.
That's so stupid though, because it would be like 12 attack.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Hmm.
To compensate, give it to Camel too. Then Camel will actually be good.
Mm, that's true. Although I do think Camel's
All
pretty
right,
good.
so it's all right.
Oh, nice
All right,
breakpoint.
good break
Nice
point
breakpoint.
there.
Wow.
Yep.
Good win. It's really good that he gets to do this on 5 lives. All the early scaling on his stuff made a big difference, I think. Oh, that's a base 7/7. Oh, I would probably go cow over rhino into this board. Because I think just keeping your stats ahead
Mm,
is really valuable, and you can take the pair on the swan first.
yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I do wonder if the dog. Actually, you could make an argument for any of these being the best buff target.
Yeah,
It's a tough
true.
spot.
I went swan first because of it being one higher attack, but that's actually not real because dog just gets dog stats from the cow and is bigger. At which one I guess I would say dog is the better buff target. Just whichever thing I think
Hmm.
gets to the point to value trade the dolphin is my preferred buff target. So I guess dog is a safer way of doing that, but swan has better
You
levels
could
too.
argue Peacock is guaranteed to get there
It's a guarantee to
with its
trade, right?
effect. Yeah,
I was
that's
just hoping you could
just sell both. Take
one
the
tap
5.
though, but I guess just having a sweeper after that is valuable. Yeah.
Also,
Is it
Aaron
double
is
sweep?
saying that he also would have bought a salad last turn instead of a meatball, which I think is fair. It was a pretty good board for it.
Hmm, sure.
Okay, take the monkey.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense to do that. This board is really strong.
Yeah, that certainly helps with the staying ahead on stats issue.
Hmm. I'm interested to see how big this is now,
Oh,
though.
never mind.
Wow. It's huge, but he still wins, right?
Well, okay, yeah,
Wow.
somehow.
This unit has been
How
successfully
did this
nerfed.
happen?
Let's go. Uh,
So I guess he like
the dog's
didn't. So
blind.
wait, no, he took a triple. So there's a cow in there, and then like a bunch of pairs. I
Yeah.
guess
Is it? I take this
I would
penguin.
consider this penguin. I don't think I would take it
I guess
because
it's
the
turn 8.
peacock is not a real buff target. But
Yeah, it just also takes away a dolphin snipe, which can potentially keep you head winning fights and stuff. I would definitely take it here. It's just a pair
yeah, now you kind of have
for 2
to.
gold.
Well, it's an apple, but like it's an apple plus a cup plus like a cupcake, so that's like fine.
Hmm. I guess the what's it called? The peacock isn't staying all that long, but it could be.
Yeah, it can become good if you drill level 2 dog, but I think otherwise it's just bad.
Hmm.
I think otherwise, like keeping the peacock is not really in the cards. Just considering hedgehog, I think, because that is pretty good on this board. It accomplishes
Oh,
well,
screws,
not
true
really, because it
snipes.
also feeds his peacock,
I
but his
was
peacock's only level.
I was wondering if it was hedgehog X, but I don't think it is. I was wondering if you could monkey buff the
Yeah.
dog and then have the peacock get hit by the hedgehog, but I don't think that ever works. Or the peacock get hit by the dolphin, but I don't think that ever works.
Well, I mean the. Oh wait, there's 3 dolphins. I see.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there's a lot of them. Like, there's a reasonable chance for some stupid shit to happen. There's another fight where he
That's a
just
lot of
sleeps with
skunks.
this peacock. Did peacock's been working actually. It's just so well placed to value trade their board after the dolphin dies.
Yep.
So his focus on staying ahead with Swan made all the difference, I think. Which is nicely done. Although I guess just finding monkey also did that really well for him.
Yeah.
Now, really you would... If you found chocolate here, would you chocolate dog or monkey?
Uh, the other board's on 2.
Question
Pretty
answered.
close. I think I would probably chocolate the monkey because I think the dog can leave fairly soon,
Mm-hmm.
and so its value is a little less. But it's like close. It also depends how much gold you have, because if you find it on less
Oh,
gold,
that's
then you can
nice.
keep penguin, and so then it becomes a little more valuable to have the level 2.
True. This is
Okay, finds another
interesting into the
monkey.
skunks. Because I, like, with actually the monkey nerf might be relevant for the first time here. Because, like, you can't put Peacock front and safely get to the point of value trading against the, I guess you couldn't do that anyway a lot of the time, though. Oh, he found a rhino.
Ooh, those are the full pivot.
Greedy. I mean, it makes
This
sense,
is the
actually,
only
because there's a...
this is the only way to get the 6 drop on board this
Yeah,
turn.
it's
Yeah,
very
I think
real
this
to
made a
say,
lot of
I
sense.
can't win this fight. I'm really upset at that not working. Okay, yeah, fair. More scared than upset.
All right.
Yeah, no chance of winning that fight, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Your long-term setup is really
Yeah,
good.
I like the way this was played.
In pretty desperate need of melons, I think, but once you get those, you're chilling. God. I don't think turkey is necessary.
I mean,
I
it's
guess
pretty good here. It's plus
I guess
like,
it's turn
well,
10.
no, I guess it's only plus 1 slot, but that's still
Yeah.
okay. But probably better just look for monkey,
Mm-hmm.
monkey, chocolate,
Turtle pill.
cow. Well, turtle pill doesn't seem very realistic, but
I guess not,
it
but
is,
I
I
would
guess it
take
is
a...
on the
I
table.
wouldn't
Sure,
freeze a pill, but I would take a turtle, I guess. And then look for pill afterward.
that's true. Yeah, you would definitely take a turtle here. So that is a better thing than a turkey.
I wonder if...
Hmm.
No. It's weird. Hmm.
I think you would only take this turkey if you're also planning on taking this chili, because otherwise you have 3 rolls to find something better. But
Yeah.
I don't think this chili makes much sense. So
I was wondering if it was rhino chili, but I don't think so. It just doesn't do anything. I was wondering if it, like, maybe it can pick up
mm,
trades back, but there's just a peacock in the way, and it's tough to buff. Is he gonna
I mean, it
go
would remove
chili?
melon, which is the big thing.
Chili plus turkey's fine. He does front it, which this gets... I guess no, it doesn't really matter if it's level 1 or level 2 skunk with this, which makes it pretty fair. Nice, didn't win the fight, but...
Fortunately, there's double cow on the other board, which I don't know.
Wow.
The read was almost really sick, but
Yeah,
double cow.
alas.
Uh,
Nice level. A nice cow. There's another single skunk,
yeah.
you can like power stat the boar super. You could probably put like split cow stats here because there's quite a lot of time left in the game for boar to get monkey.
Mm,
Why did that get health for misogyny? Yeah, you can say that, 2G. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I just don't know things. Free my maths.
all right. So anyway,
Sorry. It takes fly here, which makes
okay.
sense.
So
It's, I guess, yeah.
little.
Dolphin nerf doing numbers. Or, sorry, buff doing numbers. It means the cows. Oh, I see. Yeah, what do you put stats on? I guess here, stats on fly are reasonable. Stats on turkey, how many lives are they on? If they're low on lives, then stats on turkey do make sense. But it's also never dead, and you can just play for fly to be good enough on its own, I think.
Wasn't it dead 25% of the time? I feel like trying to win this, like paying like 1-2 for
It's
a
hit
fight win
it's
would be
dead
worth
50% of
it
the time
here.
because if it gets hit the first time, it always dies.
Oh, okay, true. Then yeah, I think it made sense too.
Mm,
I think it would have made sense to buff it,
yeah.
but also fine to not do
Feeling
so. I think.
chill with not committing to it is fair. I mean,
Ooh,
oh
perfect breakpoints
wow,
here.
that went so well. The fly did a lot. The fraying stuff.
Hmm. But now what?
Now I think you'd love to get like. This is actually weird.
Is it just
You could
a
stake
steak swan
Swan
and then
and buy
skunk?
Skunk. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
idea because I think they have no outs
I,
left if you do that. Would you sell Monkey then?
hmm.
How many? I don't know how many lives. I think they're on lethal.
They're
Try doing
unlethal, so you
so.
would sell the
Yeah.
monkey if you go for that line, but like
If it gets red, you get.
it is a
It's
little
really
scary.
scary. Yeah. Like if they move away Dolphin in any way, you just lose. I
But like
don't
they
think you
kind
can
of
lose.
can't, right?
Uh
And
no,
I
because
wouldn't even
the
say it'd be
chili is
game
such a
losing.
risk. Yeah. Well, I think into the positioning they see, they would probably want to do like even front peacock is pretty good. So I think it's
Mm,
doing this was reasonable. The new animation is really cool. Good level
yeah, I
fly.
like the new fly.
Another
I
tough
don't think they would do
six-inch
front
reversal.
peacock, right? Because then you lose your melon.
Yeah,
Which I guess,
but you
I
trade a
mean,
full
you still
swan
get the
for
same
it, and
number
you
of
have no.
snipes, but
Yeah, it's just like if you trade the full swan for it, you have way better odds to kill the boar. I think with a non-melon dolphin, as long as the swan is just dead.
oh wait, I forgot the swan was getting skunked. Then yeah, that's probably reasonable.
Kind of
All
happening.
right, does get the fight win.
Mhm. He did
I
like
am a little
extra
confused as
cover
to
with
why the
chili.
stake is on the fly.
Yeah, it's gonna die a lot, and you can't move it forward. I would have at least gone stake on. Well, I guess I don't know what I would have staked on. Maybe it's just skip stake at some point.
I think it was either stake swan and go for the idea we were discussing, or
Mm.
just skip it. Yeah, I don't think it does anything on the
Freeze rolls
fly.
leopard makes a lot of sense.
Does it? I feel like if you're going for this plane, you gotta just buy the leopard.
I think you would buy like melon pear or something a lot of the time though.
I don't know. I feel like your odds of winning the fight aren't. I guess they're reasonable enough, but it's just like I feel like level two leopard is so important for the plan you're going here, and so you don't want
It's
to lose like
maxing your
7 rolls for it.
It's fair. I would have definitely bought it on the 6 interval, but I guess there was nothing else good to buy at that point.
Hmm.
But then rolling is fine. When you're on 3 gold. I guess he's gonna roll into 3 gold, which is I don't think terrible, but
You
yeah,
could
first level
mushroom
leopards would be
monkey and put
sus.
it in the back. It would technically be more tempo.
True.
Now you just buy the leopard and then
Yeah.
look for the stuff you want next turn.
Level 3 dolphin would actually be very relevant for this fight, I think. Actually, the breakpoints don't work in that way. But if leopard dies to chili, it's actually pretty, or to skunk, it's pretty bad. And if it lives, stuff goes really well. Okay, that's not going really well. Oh, draw.
There's a draw.
Not
Some
bad, yeah.
very fortunate snake snipes for Tyler.
Yeah, for sure. And draws are wins.
Yeah, now you have enough. Your board can certainly improve much more than their board can.
Yeah, tie it is what's
I
called.
guess.
At
So
some
their
point,
improvement is just sell gorilla for tiger. Yours is find equipment, find level two leopard, and scale leopard. So yeah,
and potentially sell fly, I think. There's a lot of ways it's feeding.
I think it's too many stats though, right? It's a 35-35.
Yeah.
You just have to position in a way where it doesn't isn't as much of an issue. Unfortunately, there's a mushroom, so the leopard isn't actually that good anymore. But you're kind of stuck with it now.
I
I mean, I guess you have a turn to get out of it.
think I'd just be rolling for the. I guess the mushroom on snake really messes this up. You love more chilies, I think, and like leopard level.
Yeah, I guess
This
like
guy would
if you
actually super
can
get there.
kill the snake, then the chili will help. Will
What
then kill the
breakpoint is
snake,
this
which is like
seeing? I think he's seeing a breakpoint of
hits
17. What is this
9
gonna say?
damage on the snake.
Yeah, I thought monkey or just fronting it did that, but he wants to do some weird stuff on instead, which is interesting. I
I think
do not
this
pick the
makes
snake.
enough sense. Try and position it. Well, but wait, how does this ever get past the melon? I guess
Yeah,
he's just hoping leopard snipes it.
and the other thing is I guess you have something in back that can tank two snakes, which is okay, but snake tiger would be terrifying.
Ooh, does not get there.
That it
And
this really did not work.
yeah,
I mean, not much would work against snake tiger and the one up to cover. I think Pooballz is gonna clutch this game. Uh, just spamming tech and having a gigantic. I guess having all the cows, right? Hedging for cow 2 when he did.
boar
Big difference for
first,
him.
snake is swan second could conceivably get there, but then it auto
Swan
loses if they
second.
switch the positioning.
Swan second also loses the melon that was on it, so I feel like I had leopard second.
Well, but you have to kill the dolphin in an efficient way, so you have to have the swan there to.
But will it do that? If it loses its melon?
Sorry, what? A really loud car
Yeah, I
drove
heard
by.
it. Well, if you front boar, then it trades down, but you get the skunk chili breaks your melon, and then you will get value traded by the dolphin, so it's not actually efficiently killing anyway.
Doesn't it trade 1-to-1? 38 damage.
But the dolphin still has a melon, I think, right?
Well, the idea is that the boar would get to there, but maybe
Oh,
I'm
I
doing the
see.
math wrong.
No, I could see that happening, to be fair. Was that
And
the
even if
math
the
wrong?
boar dies, then the fly pops the melon.
The maths I was doing is like current maths, but if you buy the boar, then it stops being current. Like then your line starts working. But currently 15 would die. Oh no, because it gets to 17. So you're still right. And then I would give away 1. Could you fly second then? Oh no, because you're always
Uh,
getting a fly trigger. So
Maybe at
that's
this point, just fly first. Like now, you've reached the point now where the fly is like actively
I could
detrimental.
see that. Yeah. Oh, this is horrible. No. Yeah, I mean, yeah. At some point, Pooball stabilized, and the stats stopped being mattering on anything, and the game just stopped being winnable. And the I think the out was most likely chili spam plus level on thing and trying to just kill the snake fast. Okay, Tyler's going
Yeah,
for a break for a bit. Uh,
that snake nerf
so we'll
really
see
hitting,
what that.
huh? Like,
Yeah, it's doing a
really,
lot.
really giving some outs.
You need 2 less stats on them, or 4 less stats on leopard to kill it. It's tough.
So Nelson, I actually live in a nice gated community, which makes me even more confused. I guess I'm next to a
So
road, but
idiotic.
like I'm just very confused. The lobby is apparently up. Uh, so far, pretty evenly matched set, I would say. 2-2. We're
Yeah, I
playing a best
agree.
of 7 now. Now, both players look like, obviously, these are two of the best Pack 1 players, so their boards are going to look pretty good, and then just kind of going back and forth with
Yeah,
the hits and the plays.
they've both been clean. I think that last game on paper seemed winnable more so for Tyler just because his board, like the units on his board looked better, like with the monkey and stuff. But in practice, he didn't really have the best stuff to spend his gold on, and it fell apart in a weird way.
I mean, the monkey nerf really hit that game.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
hitting monkey is just not quite as good as it used to be.
That's probably the first game I've actually seen, but I have not where it's like super relevant. But I haven't watched too many games since update.
Hello, Booga.
Oh, Booga.
The score is wrong, by the way. Isn't it 2-2?
Oh yeah, I don't know why. I yeah. I was about to change it to 1-3, and then I was like, oh wait, no, it's not 1-3, it's 2-2, and then I changed it to 1-3 anyway.
Happens.
Happens.
Uh,
Be the loser of this is well, this is Group 1, Group 2, so they go into play the loser of AVB, which is oh my god, who is it? Oh well, it's gonna be one of I'm just gonna go check the bracket. It's too complicated for me.
Oh, you were doing it off memory. I'm checking the bracket like immediately.
Yeah, I
Loser
realized it got
one.
too hard for me.
They play Monkey.
Oh, already, of course, that's decided. Wow, okay.
Yes.
Probably not something you want, given how well he did against Al. Although I didn't see the set, it just seemed like an impressive performance. So obviously, you'd rather win
Yeah,
against a
but
really
I don't
tough opponent too.
know. As
But yes,
far like if you look at the other losers,
true.
opponents, it's not like they're any
Yeah,
they're any.
the other person in
It's
losers
a
bracket in that
it's a
group is
summit.
yeah, the other AB losers matchup is Nob and Tangle.
Yep.
So wow, outplayed
Also,
every
Kai
pack.
lurking down
What?
there, and then a non-sag. Very scary opponents all around.
Yeah, maybe it's just a thing of the whole, and SP. Maybe it's just a thing of the whole bracket being scary, which makes sense.
Yeah, it's an invitational.
Uh,
Uh, Owl played every pack. Well, this is the meta to do that because I think every pack except for 3 is like decently
Viable,
is
yeah.
like pretty viable. I'm starting to wonder if Unicorn becomes more meta prevalent, I think 4 is going to get a lot better because I think 4 does quite well into Unicorn right now.
Interesting. What's the matchup for it that like makes it good?
By trumpets, Fact 5 has no counterplay,
Oh, interesting. That makes sense.
but obviously I'm not the most knowledgeable on either pack, so I could be wrong.
I know it makes sense in my head. Often the way you would deal with large summons would be what's it called? Scaling a serpent with like a team spirit or something. But it's really hard for that to happen. Just no way they can value trade.
You're not screen sharing, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Like
true.
the stream can see, but I can't.
Let me quickly switch to Pooballz for the stream and then I'll show you what happened. It's a
I'll
good
flip
start.
off the reverse ladder. That's rough.
Wow. Really? Interesting. Decision by him.
All right. I mean, once you're down like 4, I'm assuming the pack 3 was. Oh, he started on
No, he
3. Okay,
started on
yeah, I
pack
don't know.
3. Because that's the one thing I knew
Uh,
about the set was I wanted to watch the YouTube video and I saw him in pack 3 and then I left.
uh, that's tough.
Yeah,
At least his team's doing well.
true. Is it?
Yeah, they're 3-1. I think they've got a pretty good. They've got a pretty good chance to be 4-1. Wait, no, they're 4-1. I think, and they've got a pretty good chance to win this week too.
Is this team meant want me, fish fear me, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no idea how that team is doing so well,
They're a
but
good
I am
team.
very impressed.
And Sky just
I
getting
think
on point.
Sky in particular has been playing like
Sky's
really
amazing.
well,
Yeah.
and John Bear has also been having a great season.
Oh yeah, of course.
Rev also has exceeded expectations. Yeah, like I don't know, the whole team has just like really exceeded
Done better than
expectations,
expected.
which is cool to see.
Even Owl, I know he lost to Kai recently, but it was like really close, right? 4-3.
Yeah, he did. It's an impressive showing.
Yeah. Now let's see what's our triples and what's our shop.
The eye is on the wrong place.
Thank you. Okay,
Um,
he gets a fast
mhm.
good shop finally. The day finally came, and he gets to
Honestly,
find a nice breakpoint. Oh my god. Well, yeah, the pair is pretty good.
oh wait, yeah, you
Just
have
sell
the
everything.
breakpoint and sell pig here. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So buy double giraffe, buy start buffing swan, then buy spider for like tempo long term mix. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, and you would buy. You would what's it called? Scale giraffe with giraffe, right?
Yeah, scale giraffe and then scale swan. Ooh, goes for the dog, which also fairly reasonable.
It's
This is
yeah,
much
it's
better
not
tempo, especially with the spider.
crazy.
It's a better buff target than the swan.
I would just be
Swan benefits
so
from the
chill.
duck gold.
I would be so chill with punting on these turns, but I can see why he did this. It's just there's also like
Yeah, I think this
percentages and stuff
is
there.
reasonable.
It's two giraffes though. Yeah, okay,
Well,
it's
it's just
actually
still
very
one
good into
giraffe.
this.
It's not that much worse.
Hmm.
All
It's
right,
actually very
it
good
works
into
out to be
this.
pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
but granted, that's hindsight. Oh, never mind. You should have lost the fight. Punished.
You only see one snail.
Hey, one snail's
It is
3
good.
health because balance
Sea
unit.
lion.
Okay, buy
Yeah.
Swan. Do you buy this Flamingo? Like,
I
it's
was
so lit.
considering,
Yeah, probably not.
but I think I'm fine using the rolls more aggressively.
I might have just sold Spider for then Swan Meatbone. The gold works out nicely. You get an extra gold next turn. Like Meatbone on Swan or Giraffe here is pretty reasonable. I think Meatbone on Swan is like very good use of gold
I
here.
would freeze this always, I think. But yeah, that's super reasonable.
Yeah, I agree with Freeze
Oh,
Swan. I
let's
guess the question would, well, no, but the Swan's already in shop, and you would take double Swan. Like, there's an argument double Spider would be better, but then like you already have half of double Swan.
Mhm.
Aaron
That's
is
fine.
suggesting Raft Dodo, which is interesting.
I feel
I
like
mean,
when
he's
you're
a
playing
dodo.
into Ant Cricket, you can kind of play to assume that they're going to have a fairly good tempo on the next turn. So if you want to win the fight, you probably need to take the dog. At least reasonably.
I think the argument would more be that Raft Dodo is just better long term than 2 Rafts, but it is like slightly more tempo. Apparently, it would have won the last fight. I don't know.
It
I
most
don't
likely
know.
would have because it was like it was kind of terrible. Also, drawing that fight is so. I mean, it doesn't really matter because you just hit more swans than him, but it's like bad judging by what you wanted to do. Okay, we just hit penguin.
Mm,
Sure.
I
This
think it
game's
might be
so
the
fun.
turtle.
I know. Really? I'm
I
a
mean, this
super fan.
penguin is just like a giraffe wearing a suit, which is
Yeah,
like
for
not
sure.
bad, but I think I'd rather have a melon.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I think I prefer early giraffe with upside to something you could just like potentially find on curve anyway. When you're already, I think, still quite likely to be ahead. I might
Yeah,
just play
the
Pooballz.
main argument is that you're probably relatively ahead in tempo anyway, and
Yeah.
so you don't really need the turtle. But I feel like the upside here is a bit limited.
He also should have.
I don't
He
know. I
should.
guess you're rolling for pairs anyway, so you'll probably find another level 2 like soon enough. Might be
With
fine.
Swan Gold too.
I guess. On the other hand, I took a lot of penguins in close spots against Fluffo and I got 4-0'd, so that must mean that penguin is bad.
I see. That's tough. Hmm. Yeah, really
Okay.
safe
Oh,
here.
yeah, pretty far ahead.
Oh, hi, Noob Skills. Thank you for the
Oh, hey,
raid.
thank you for the raid, noob skills.
Good to see you guys. P.
Welcome in, Raiders. Most of you probably already know, but this is the SAP Summit. It's a big invitational happening for all the best SAP players.
I don't
So
know.
follow this channel if you want to see more sets.
We're in the bracket stage now as well. This is, I think, the first streamed winners side games. The other two were losers. But this is the
Yeah.
first one that isn't for someone's tournament life, which is, I guess, kind of more chill. But at the same time, you might see some higher quality matches because these are the higher seeds.
I mean, with everyone in losers bracket, you may as well be for your tournament life.
Yeah, true.
Your odds go down so much by going to losers. It's not like other games where like if you go to losers, you can reasonably just skill gap a few people and make it a few rounds. Like if you go down to losers, you could very easily just immediately lose,
Do you
and
agree
then
with?
you're like down like 5 placements.
Do you agree with hit the level from Nelson? Because I think I do in this spot. You took a honey over it, but like there's so many good hits on tier 4 when you have a dog that it just seems a lot better.
I like take the triple. Yeah, penguin is like better than any of the tier 5s, and then like
Turtle would be amazing. Deer is good
yeah,
enough. Whale is probably fine,
turtle,
I guess.
whale, deer.
I'd probably even take
Is skunk
squirrel,
good on this
I guess.
board?
No.
Skunk is not.
It might help with your. It might help your. Oh, the patcher. The double patcher. I always forget when parrot does something on a unit that I'm not used to seeing be parroted. But this
Okay,
is
so I guess the
incredible.
penguin was better than the turtle. Also, I guess I was wrong there. Hmm.
Pretty.
Honestly, these neither of these are that good. Like, yeah, you take that guy, but you're not exactly thrilled because
Yeah,
you don't really want to get rid of Giraffe anytime soon.
I agree. I guess the honey honey made this better. Okay, well, is the draft not just meant to go now though? Sadly,
I
that's
mean, yeah, you
sad.
sell the Giraffe, but like you're not
You're not
exactly
happy about
thrilled
it.
about it.
Yeah. Will probably was bad. Yeah. Aaron. I thought it was good tempo though. But I agree that there's no long term with it.
But
It just
still, it's like
can.
enough good hits where I like taking the 4 drop.
You can just take the penguin stats in stride and kind of kill them with it if you have oil. I think. And find like deer. But it would definitely
Mm.
would have been like a lot worse than the other hits you could have got.
So we are not interested in playing around Scorp at all,
Nope.
which bold.
I mean,
Like I don't
Tyler's
know. I feel like
nuts.
you could melon Swan and then put that
Yeah, I
first, and
like
I
the
think that
idea.
would cover options a little nicer.
I guess his
I guess
logic
the
is their
problem is
board
that
is
like
so
gets
bad that
annihilated by
Scorp
deer.
still loses. Maybe.
Yeah, but like
Well,
what I guess what would you be playing around with this that you're not playing around with the other option?
definitely nothing.
Okay, so Tyler is buying
That's the biggest thing.
cans.
Yeah. How many lives is he on? 3. Oh, that's actually a lot more than I thought he was on. I guess he drew a couple of random fights that were important, and even won them at times. Okay, now I would pill on Swan for sure. -1 garlic? When their board has
Hmm.
9 is the biggest health stat, I feel like this is wrong.
The logic for this would that be that you could eventually sell this one. It's not going to be that big, but I
Hmm.
don't know if I agree.
I think you can also like pair the Swan a lot for like, especially when you like with the pair in shop, you can throw on Swan and hit breakpoints that you want to hit anyway.
I definitely think not buying pairs is wrong, but
Yeah,
I
I
guess
would
he
have
hit a
ripped it
penguin,
immediately.
so
Now you need to
rewarded
unfreeze
question
it.
mark.
Yeah, yeah.
Technically should unfreeze pair, look for turtle pill,
Hmm.
bad player.
Wait, did he not unfreeze? I swear,
He
yeah.
did not.
Oh no, yeah, it's just there, isn't it? For
Yeah.
some reason I thought it was a new one. But I guess now he has Mel in front to cover the Scorp he's already seen isn't happening. I guess Tyler's just
Well, it is also
so committed to
I mean,
connecting.
hmm. Yeah, I guess the dog is significantly larger than the swan, so the melon is going to be better for several.
Hmm.
Maybe this is better enough to just justify it. The more I think about it,
It's
this
just
is probably
when
just
it's so
correct.
much bigger, the garlic also does get a lot of value, especially into like the badger and stuff. And the general small stats.
It's all right, but as soon as the badger gets level 2, it's not going to be that good anymore. That's
Oh,
brutal.
that's kind of suck. Is this 3 yet? This is 3. Not that it's good, but you know. I mean, maybe it's Wolverine era with a dog that gets to like 30 attack
But
every roll.
there is one unit on the other board with more than 10 health. Granted, that's because he's spamming
I like this.
cans.
Okay.
Actually, wait, do we have the whale wasn't there last turn, right? So that would imply he only has 2 cans, which is not a good
That's
sign for Tyler.
bad, yeah. Okay, we
I
see
don't
he
think I like this
combines.
second penguin buy
I was like a fan of it
because
and playing slow, but he combined already, which kind of makes it worse. Okay, there's a
well,
turtle.
the problem is it's not actually that good of a long-term unit because it can also hit the other penguin, which you don't really want.
That's true. Well, I think you're fine with it to an extent into smaller boards that can, because you could just buy chili on it and then it will do a lot. Also,
I still think like end game, you're still going to sell the penguin even if it catches like a decent number of buffs. So you
fair.
should just like so stats on it are wasted.
I think I would back
Well,
Swan here. Oh wait, no, never mind. There's a power on
I'm
board, but
very
there's no
confused as
shark.
to why
He
this
doesn't have
hasn't.
a shark last turn. Why is he not? It's probably just end turn glitch or like spectator mode glitch. I assume he's freezing penguin chocolate.
Okay.
Positioning.
Still, this would imply he thought about it, which is kind of weird.
I don't think it does, but I might be wrong. I have no idea exactly how it works. Oh, tough. Wait, Tyler did preemptive buy a, a crocodile, and I want to know if I guess it's just good because it's a turkey guy. And speaking of the turkey, it has wow, it got a 9/9, so it has like 3 cans. That's pretty good. I guess there's only one more than he had before,
Um,
but now he has the turkey. It's a big deal. Oh, cat cow. Buy combine first, assuming you still want to do this, which I think you do with a lot of time left in the game. Hmm.
Yeah, this looks fine.
Split stats, which is fine.
I'm
Oh.
assuming it hits a breakpoint of some sort. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's
Otherwise, it
right.
would be bad.
I think I would have just played the inefficient line and rolled twice with the cat. Wait, he's playing the inefficient line anyway, then you just want the cat to stay on board, I
Yes,
think.
I'm confused about this.
I don't
This
get
this
this.
penguin is like not particularly good,
He took
and so you
2-2
could have
over a cat
easily
to stay on
gotten.
board.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's 1-1, I guess. Just play
Mm.
this back. I would play both back, but that might just be too scared. I just think you always win the fight if you have a level 2 shark stay alive and you get the summon stat from the... Or, well, you get the feint stats from it, so it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I would. I'd probably play around. I think at the very least, you should definitely have the other penguin in the back. So you have the honey in the
Mm-hmm.
back.
Okay. No punish, but a little tough. It's just getting this bee to just do its thing for no reason. I think those snipes were terrible for Tyler.
Mm,
The fact that
I
nothing relevant died
couldn't tell
is
you.
pretty tough. Like, yeah, it might just be that the snake is too weak currently, but meh. This chili seems really strong to me. Yeah, you're upset. Nice. I know we're just looking for stuff. The steak. Oh, the steak is also kind of good, but
Uh,
skipping it makes sense.
if you already have this chili, I feel like it's kind of hard to fit the steak anywhere relevant.
I was thinking that there was like a psycho line with on dog that could consistently win and stop snake from getting value.
I feel
But
like with
losing a run is a big
whale,
deal.
being able to just have like mushroom or something on the first unit just makes is too easy to play around.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think you should pill this penguin. You could also wait till next turn to do so, but you should probably pill it at some point.
Wait, you could sell and take armadillo, right?
Oh, is
I
that
think it's
good?
good. Because you have a chili
You
as well.
should have.
Seems really strong. With 2
Hmm.
extra dog stats that assuming the honey dies first. He's going for it.
Yeah,
Let's
you
go.
could use the tempo. Yeah, okay, I
I think
like
it's
it.
good. Like the mammoth. I was thinking about it. Especially because like you can just pill it and play slow.
Well, it still costs the same amount of gold because you were also going to pill the penguin, but
Oh, there's stakes. But the breakpoints that
sure.
hit were crazy, right?
The breakpoints are good, yeah.
Like
Is it?
everything.
I mean, oh yeah, it's like
Good job.
plenty.
Nicely done. And
Yeah, works out
that
very
was an
well.
8 breakpoint as well. That actually did so much. Wow. Okay. Nice to play,
Well played.
Pooballz.
Final turn.
And he goes up 3-2. We finally got to see someone win on stream. And now we're going back to Tyler. See if we can see another win on stream. Keep this
Tyler
stream so
is
he can
watching the
coast.
replay.
There's one.
I guess he has the same question we did. Okay, yeah, those snipes are ass.
Hey, oh yeah, it was this turn. I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah.
The snipes like
They're
kept hitting
useless. They're
only the things
useless.
that like do not matter.
I think every single one on the dog was just flat useless because it was always gonna value trade the turtle. Did I hit there again?
Yeah, I mean the first one was good, pop melon, so that's one for like 4.
Yeah, but even one snipe going on the shark there would have won.
Yeah,
That's
tough.
crazy, actually. Probably a reasonable one to be taken. Caster's curse broken. Real. But yeah, I don't need to join this one. Why did we stop streaming? Okay, there we go. And I'll stop streaming myself. Perfect.
I mean, it was a rough break for Tyler, but I think he probably loses anyway. I guess
Yeah, I
maybe
could see it.
one extra lake gives him enough time to hit the rest of Exodia.
Or maybe like, I don't know, Mammoth would make the difference. It might though.
Hmm. Well, the otters are pairs, so you take them. I don't know. You maybe just take fish.
I think
Cause
I would
like
take fish, but I'm a very
fish is like,
otter hater.
I mean, you can keep ant for a reasonably long time, so the otter stats aren't
Yeah,
like completely irrelevant,
the
and it's
benefit of it
also a pair.
is, and it's also probably better tempo to get an extra 2-3.
Not sure.
I guess it makes your trades and back kind of worse. Meh, I'm gonna try either way. What if? Actually, they might not have. I don't know.
All right,
What is order for this? I think I'll just buy otter first.
just
Oh wait, it's a throw
throw
around. I
around
can
so you
combine.
combine ants,
Yeah.
and then I do wonder if you're supposed to keep otters separate because then you can sell them separately. But like, it's pretty unlikely
Mhm.
you're going to sell it separately.
Yeah.
So I think combine is correct. I think you gained enough advantage. And
It's
then you just buy the
it's
stuff.
for sure. It's a
You could
big
argue that
problem
with
now really
these
on
otter
throws.
stats, you're never losing the fight, and
Yeah.
so then you should keep them separate. Well,
I think
you
that's
still lose a stat. Yeah,
like
that's probably
that
better.
could be part of the issue with otter is getting a chance to throw on top of the fact that it's just, inefficient. But does he get there? He does get the
Doesn't manage to get
loss, which
there.
is great. Otter ant is decent. It has an otter, so I don't agree. Oh wow. Wait, this is so strong. Wait, did Tyler not throw? Oh, he put the cricket first.
He did
I
put
think
the
I
cricket
assume
up
he was
front.
just reading a big unit front to try and what's it called? Get himself value traded or something.
But in that, if that were
No, I
the
guess
case,
that's
he
just
would put
bad,
the
isn't it?
small cricket first. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy board though.
Well, it looks like I don't know. You actually could sell the ant and the otter
Yeah,
here
I was
for
wondering if
badger
that's
double
correct or
snail.
not.
Hmm.
Kind of sad, but I think it. No, but you lose so much tempo. I think I would just take one.
But like you have snails, so it's not really that big of a deal. You have an
Like,
easy way to gain back the tempo.
I guess you already have to sell one. True.
Yeah, the alternative is sell.
The alternative
Like
was
you also
don't buy
lose quite a
rabbit.
few stats.
The alternative was don't buy rabbit immediately and level up otter first. But I don't know if that would have been
Mm,
better. Because it's only 1 HP that you gain by doing it, but then the only time that it's valuable is in this case. But the gold breakpoint, he could probably intuit that the gold breakpoint is going to be a thing in a lot of cases. I think what he did was right,
yeah.
though.
No, I think I agree with you that you should level the otter first because like you're effectively losing 1 health on whatever you're buffing to get 1 health on rabbit. So to get
Okay,
2 health on rabbit.
yeah, losing this fight made this horrible. But I mean, I guess not much can be horrible when you have triple snail on 4.
I'm much more upset about not freezing the honey. I think Badger should basically always have honey. Maybe not on this board because it's pretty easy
It's
for
gonna
the
get
other board
tanky
to play
though.
around honey.
Yeah, also
Honey,
true.
and you have a lot of health, so the garlic is pretty important. Okay, fine, probably not this board. But do you take this 3 drop? Like at this point, I guess
I
no,
thought
because
with
you
3
don't
gold it was good.
necessarily buff the
More snail,
Badger.
pretty good. You do, I think, do this. I don't think you ever try and win this fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
Not
yeah,
only is
Ox.
this like a lot
I
of health
guess
immediately, it's also like health next turn. Like it's too valuable.
the Ox is a 1-3 though, so like maybe your breakpoints get good enough. If he thinks
There's
he can
still
win this
two
fight, I think it's not
spiders.
unreasonable to go for it. But because yeah, you
I
get like
think in general, I would always like prioritize the scaling because scaling is like consistent. You
mhm,
always get the stats. You don't really know what's on their board, so tempo is inconsistent.
I agree.
There is the argument that with rabbit and already having 2 snails, the value of health is like severely diminished, but I think it's still relevant enough.
Yeah, I mean that kind of comes around to be not true into this board though. But then at the same time, selling Ant is losing 8 pretty relevant health for a while. Because his Ant could stay to arguably like turn 7, given that you're taking a 4 drop.
I don't know if that's true. Aren't you gonna want to sell the ant relatively soon to get triples on board?
I guess so, actually. Wait, oh, Pooballz just punted.
Hmm.
Wow. I think Pooballz predicted that Tyler's board was going to have less tempo on it. And so he played like to still punish that while keeping his long term strong, because he was scared of what Tyler could do. But that definitely backfired. Oh wow, look at his ant staying now.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Goodbye, Badger.
I don't remember who I watched. I think it might have been Phoenix, maybe. It was with Tyler commentary where he leveled up into Penguin and he had like ant cricket as his buff targets, and he like continually stacked ants and crickets to get them both to level 3. Uh,
Yeah, I think that's
it
just
was
good when you have Penguin. You
it
don't have
was
much else to do.
interesting. But I remember Tyler didn't like it, and so I was wondering if he was gonna do the same thing there, but he did not, because the ant was there and like kind of arguably viable. But
If
then he
anything, I
got
would have
nerfed.
considered selling Badger or Rabbit for that Giraffe, but
Oh, fair. It's a tough time. It's not that big a tempo loss if you sell the rabbit, I guess. So if you buy more than 2 foods this turn, which is like probably a reasonable thing that you could do, then the rabbit would be better, right?
mm, well, yeah, that's why I would probably think more to. I would probably sell the Badger instead because I think you're probably not winning these
That's
fights
fair.
anyway. So plus 2/2. But well, now you could actually pick up this Badger and
You could
start trying to
potentially
pivot to a
get
different
to.
better buff target.
Hmm.
But I think the other units are too big. Like I'd rather just put garlics and stuff on these and then just
So the
just
benefit of
make this my
Badger
board.
is that it can get snail buffed, which is fairly big. That
I
board is
suppose.
really good, by the way. It looks that Pooballz' board looks a lot like his board on game 1. It's another penguin
Yeah,
skills
it's another penguin penguin
flamingo
spider board.
with whale.
Or yeah, penguin spider whale flamingo board.
B just really likes that line.
Do you meatbone this rabbit? I think like it's a 1/9 that could conceivably stay reasonably long. Whoa, I don't like that at all. I feel like that was like pretty easily the most sellable unit. If you
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not huge on it. Maybe he thinks that he can win this fight without it. Like,
but like
going into
even
this.
then, like wouldn't you rather just garlic the other units?
Yeah, true.
I guess his logic is that since he has the Badger pair, he can switch to buffing the Badger instead of one of these shitters. But then, like, is that
Whoa.
really likely to happen in time? I would not say so. Oh, never mind. He
Wow.
somehow wins the fight.
The ant stat went crazy there. Impressed. What did Pooballz do that fight? He bought 2 garlics, actually. Which is probably the best thing he could have done into Tyler's tempo, and he still lost.
Hmm. Wait, doesn't eating the no, it doesn't. Never mind. Well, I mean, okay, so he's thinking about the skunk. I don't think it makes sense here. It doesn't do enough damage, and I don't think the breakpoints are like particularly relevant to hit. It
Yeah.
would probably be useful like later, but I don't know. You're running a little low on board space here. I don't know if you
Hmm.
can buy it for later.
Sometimes when you have a lot of HP, it feels like Skunk isn't reasonable to capitalize on when you don't have like enough attack to.
Yeah,
Maybe sometimes
sure.
like I feel like in here that's kind of in this case it's kind of true. You would gain more from just buying like a melon. Would you just insta
Uh,
pill? You can get away with that.
I would definitely pill immediately. I think pilling onto Badger is interesting.
I could see it, but I think I'd rather keep as many perks on board as I can to try and retain tempo, because you guys they both have penguins, so I feel like whoever has more lives is gonna get um a pretty big advantage when it gets later on.
Yeah, I think he's just too overcommitted to the idea of like getting this level 2 Badger and then switching to buffing it. Like it's just gonna take too long for that to happen.
Hmm.
And even once you get that, you're only getting like one per turn. You're getting one attack per turn. Like, sure, you're getting a decent amount of health on this Badger, but that's not important for Badger. So I just don't like hard committing to it like he is.
I agree. That's worth. Yeah, it's like you're like scaling a board very hard that's kind of flat worse than what they're doing. I guess he is kind of like not finding stuff he wants, but at the same time it's not. Okay, there you go. How do you
Yeah,
even
seems
pivot into
like
it though? I guess maybe you're just pivoting out of what's it called? Penguin at some point and going like Dragon even is kind of okay on a board like this. If he hits our cat,
yeah,
obviously.
you probably don't have time to sell Ant,
Mhm.
so
He's like really hoping for a fight win though. It'd be so big if he did, I think.
for
He
sure.
needs to go into a better scaler to try and outrun what Pooballz is doing now.
These breakpoints are kind of weird unless the whale gains stats because you're hitting like exactly 9 damage. But maybe he's predicting that the whale gains stats, or something like this happens, but
Ugh,
that didn't really work
that's
out
really
either.
tough. Wait, it didn't matter because always would have just
Okay,
traded and then
yeah.
Penguin would have spawned. But I guess it's a morale kicker. It didn't matter. Don't worry. Yeah, right. Because
Also,
he always
wasn't
2x and has a meat bone. So yeah,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it just did not matter.
Spore
But
seems
when you're
right.
playing, you're thinking about other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I think this spore is a way to retain or like claw back some tempo, maybe. Because you can get
Well, it
snail
just
so
dies to
fast.
the melon, but like the melon can't kill everything, right?
Yeah, I guess I was hoping you had to do something else to deal with the melon, but I don't even know what you would do to deal with the melon. Because like you're all in
Well,
on
the Scorp
health
would
and
be a
you're
solution.
yeah, true. It's just like weird when you're all in on health and still everything is kind of getting value traded because you're just
Well,
1-1 scaling above it.
yeah. Um, hmm.
Alrighty.
I think you had to take the Scorp. Like, I feel
I think
like
I agree.
now your board just has no answer.
And it's not that, it's pretty easy to get it to work against that board, I think.
Hmm.
Unless they buy like a deer, but I don't think they would ever buy a deer into a board with like 40 health.
I mean, the big problem here is you don't have any board space, which is, I mean, it'd be nice if we didn't have
Yeah.
this Badger. But I guess the Badger is also significantly better than the other units on the board, so
Mm.
I don't know.
It just needs to start
This
making
line
more
just feels too
checks.
slow, but I'm not like all the steps felt pretty logical, but then like he's just so far behind.
Mm. Now, how do you even?
Well, probably.
Your
Oh,
board's
there's
just
a
kind of
monkey.
broken.
Yeah, I'd go so far to say that there's just not really any outs. Like,
Um,
I guess the out is you buff this boar and you
melon
put
front
turtle in
one.
front of it,
Yeah. Do you need to buff it?
or you do this. That's fine. Yeah, that also
Yeah, I
makes
think you can
sense.
like barely get by without buffing it because it's gonna
Actually,
be
yeah, that's
14
probably
then
better.
18. Yeah, you'll be fine. I'll get the 32 damage. Oh, nice
Okay,
hit.
so then pill
Well, you could also
onto.
wait. Do you pill? I think you need it to not pill because you need it to break down melon.
Well, you can just put something else first to
True,
do
true.
that.
Actually, yeah, like this snail. I was wondering if it was red,
Yeah.
but yeah, no. Hmm.
Well, that's a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I
Now,
mean,
I
you
do
wanted to
think
buy the
front.
sale anyway.
I do think front flamingo will just always you'll always lose to it. Can you go front ant here instead? Like, I feel like it looks really committal, but I think you just will win most of the time if you don't if you get rid of the spider because he's
I
so
think
like
front
all in.
snail makes more sense for that, but otherwise I agree.
Oh, it's true.
Wait, no, that doesn't. Does that hit? No, it doesn't hit the breakpoint. Never mind. You have to. Oh wait, no, it does. Yeah.
Into front mango it doesn't. We get to 10.
Okay, yeah. Then you have to front ant.
That's why I was worried about specifically. But I guess no, it doesn't even work into front ant doesn't even do that, does it?
Okay, gets reasonable breakpoints here. Yeah,
Oh my
gets the
god,
fight win.
I was so scared his ant was about to die, but I forgot I had 8 billion health. Nice positioning.
The snail health finally comes
It
in.
finally did something. Let's see. Okay. Door
Hmm.
2 is great, I think.
Is it? I don't think it does anything.
I think it's
I guess it can
boost your
conceivably
swarm.
gain enough health to actually trade with the whale. Oh yeah, this is a level 2 whale. Yeah, okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
good then.
We just take another boar and front it to cover stuff.
Hmm. I would probably freeze roll. I think there's a few better things, but that seems logical.
Yeah, freeze roll's fair. What'd you buy over it?
Hear
Snake,
me out. The
probably.
blowfish first covers more options. It can kill snake. It can remove melon,
It can
and
get
it
value
fulfills
traded
the
by
same thing as like
it can
small thing
also
first.
get value traded by whale and then break your own melon.
Hmm. But think of the possibilities. Just assume he's spider fronting.
Yeah, fair point. Tyler do be loving boar too. Yeah.
Wait, I'm actually like kind of interested in this Wolverine, but no, it's just like the thing with Wolverine now is it is 12 damage if
It
its
actually
effect
it's a
triggers. It's just
pretty
like
big
not
deal
nothing.
in quite a lot of cases. This is a case where it's like not 12 damage at all. But
Yeah,
there can
okay.
be cases.
It doesn't work here because most of the board is already dead by the time it triggers, but
Especially with boar, that's like a actually fairly terrible synergy. Is
I
this
also tested
fine?
it and it goes
Oh, it
after
whiffs.
it goes after blowfish and elephant blowfish, so it's completely useless there.
Oh. Goes after. Oh, I get you,
It
yeah.
goes after all the snipes,
Is it
so
not
it does
attack order?
nothing. It might be attack
Because
order,
it's
but I thought they were
friends
like
first.
different effects.
Yeah,
Wait.
but it's
Okay,
friends
if it's
first.
attack order, then it could work.
So it could be. I don't know though. Yeah, this is actually
Hmm.
looking maybe kind of up. The monkey is gone because did Pooballz like was that Pooballz trying to go all in on killing him or something?
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
It just seems weak
hmm.
for that because the snipes are like nothing into this board.
Yeah, but also it's only a level 1 monkey. You're only losing 2-2 by
Yeah,
doing
true.
this.
And I guess
Hmm.
the boar two is like actually a pretty huge tempo swing. But you're actually super risking your melon getting hit that fight. I think you would have lost. Would he have lost? That might be a lie. It would have been bad.
I think this is one of those games that
But
looks winnable, and then you remember that a snake can spawn in, and you just instantly lose the fight.
fair. I guess arguably the leopard could just leave. I kind of don't know why Pooballz
Uh,
would commit to leopard into this board though, but maybe that's wrong. It just
it
seems like a
was probably
decent
to
setup.
mess up potential badger options. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You gotta if you're
Whoa,
doing this, so you sell the snail,
wow.
and then you buy sell the cow.
Yeah, Cell Snail is better. Agree. Which actually seems reasonable. One up
Yeah,
half
that's what I would have
flame.
done probably. Okay, the snake has
Ooh.
spawned in. It's
Stake
in
is
a
a big
slightly
deal.
strange spot, but
I think he wins, right?
oh,
Yeah.
that's still enough.
The stake on on Leopard went really crazy. I expect people else to win. Pretty
Mm.
expected result given the starts and stuff, but Tyler did well to try and pull back.
Yeah. I wish there was some way in SAP that you could be rewarded for almost winning games, because there's so many of those games where like, wow, it was really impressive that this player almost made it back,
Hmm.
but they didn't.
Maybe like close ranked games. Actually, that's dumb. I was gonna say close ranked games could be like less, but that's not really a good idea.
Mm. The
Good
solution
idea
would
though.
be to change competitive format to lobbies, because then you can play for placement, but
True.
that would be silly.
Sounds like a bad idea.
I think the whole appeal of SAP is that it's the only auto battler where you can 1v1, so.
Yeah. Oh, he's account
Oh,
switched.
I didn't know that was Tyler.
Tyler's pulling everything out. I had no idea. Yeah. Yeah, the name kind of makes sense to be fair.
I
Tyler's
don't
very
know, that
big on
struck me as like,
isolating stats. I remember when Sheep Talk, like every time Sheep Talk would isolate with a rabbit, he would be like, "Yeah, I taught him this." Oh, hi, Cruiser. Thank you for the raid. See you guys. Who am I watching again? I forgot. I'm meant to be watching Pooballz, right? Yeah.
Pooballz.
This is not Pooballz, so let's go watch not Pooballz. Or let's go watch Pooballz. You guys, the rank community astounds me. I find it interesting.
Okay,
Oh,
so
just finished that Cruiser. It's unfortunate.
I was gonna just avoid mentioning it. Like I
I
went to
didn't
check the
know.
results, and I was like,
I didn't realize he was
oh.
winning. I don't worry about it.
All right. So honey is frozen here. I think with a pigeon on board, you should not be freezing. Oh.
Isolate.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
He really isolated his stats. Okay. Internet dies. All good. Restart those is completely fine.
Well, is the internet back?
Oh, hopefully. Tried to get on mobile and it was on the wrong account.
Well,
Can't
kids,
switch
this is why you
downside.
don't account switch in tournament. Despite what people may tell you, it doesn't do anything. I guess it could work as like a mental reset, but then you gotta
That's definitely the thing it does.
make sure to account switch on on mobile too, just to be ready.
Guess it? Nope. Unlucky.
Placebo effects are useful. Yeah, that's
They are indeed.
you know what, that is fair. Like I think everyone knows it doesn't actually do anything, but like it is sort of a useful like
It can
just
kind of like
that's not it's a whole different person now.
yeah, it can lighten
New
your
account, new me.
it can lighten the weight of playing a lot of the time. Like if you feel like it's just a silly thing to do, lighten the mood and make you feel more comfortable.
I've heard of a similar mentality thing in Smash actually, where like if you get destroyed on a stock, you'd be like, okay, well this stock is a different player. That's not the same person. So
I see.
and like I tried that, it kind of works. So account switching would sort of accomplish the same thing. Like, oh, this is a different player. This is not the same guy. All right, there's a pigeon purchased.
He's
This
considering the fish,
is.
I think.
I think this is only good if you also buy the fish. Yep. Okay.
Oh,
At that point, the value of pigeon's high enough.
mm-hmm.
I mean, not really punished. Like, pigeon is one of those where you don't mind having it. You
Just
don't
be
mind
there,
selling
yeah.
it.
It's just
I guess
it
the
would be
problem
more
is you have
efficient.
honey frozen.
I don't know why he has honey frozen with. I feel like the time I specifically freeze apple or honey is I freeze honey if I have like horse, and I freeze apple if I have pigeon.
Well, actually, no, this makes sense if you believe in the theory that you should freeze honey for badger, and that's more important than freezing apple for
Right.
rabbit. But then he didn't buy. Wait, that might have been
Supposedly
Tyler.
front.
I don't know.
Was it more the PFP change or the name change? Do you think, Damon? Like, do you think? Because I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but my impression has been that your like skill level has changed fairly evenly with your profile pictures over the past like year.
Yeah, the profile picture is a representation of you. Changing it is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this looks reasonable. You
Loser
found the
said I
other triple
switched that
before the
shit.
pig.
Yeah. And these fights aren't winnable, obviously, which is fine. Or when Goose says weird things.
gotta cleanse it, you know. All
Oh wow,
right, pretty
this is
good
sick.
start.
And camel,
I
big fan.
don't think these are good enough to where I would sell a pig. I'd rather just have one on pig.
Really? I like camel.
Well, that's I like camel too, but then I don't think the peacock is getting one on peacock is better than just having than just having like a 7-4 pick on board.
Hmm. Maybe. I'm a kangaroo truther. I got confused.
I think it's good, but I think it doesn't really like.
Oh, he
It's
buffs stats.
fine to give it stats, but
I think I would have
I
buffed.
think it didn't need the stats that much.
Fair. I think I would have buffed camel instead of badger here. Because you already have the
Uh,
1/1 on it. I think I'd rather pill, like, potentially even keep this to pill.
yeah, that's close. I could see it either way.
That was a crazy fight, by the way. I should turn Team Viewer on. This honey is still frozen.
Mm,
Oh wait, that something got rolled. Okay.
I'm
Uh,
I'm confused as to why we're not buying the honey. It's like if it's good enough
yeah, you
to
lost a
buy,
lot
then
of
we should probably
rolls.
just
Or
buy it. And if it's not good enough to buy, then I think having pill and shop is fairly important because it like gives you 2 extra outs.
yep, especially with 2 tier 3s on board.
Yeah. I kind of get the logic though. Like
Mhm.
it's good enough to buy, but only on 3 gold. So I get it. I just don't quite agree. I would have probably just bought it because the spider's getting pilled, so there's not really a great way for him to play around honey badger. So I think it should get value.
Nice positioning. I think this can win. Red 'em all. And gets there with the honey,
All
which is
right,
nice.
honey badger win count 1.
Can
There's a
you?
law of nature that the honey badger always wins the fight where you buy it.
Arguably, that was the
Sorry,
honey
what
winning the
actual
fight.
thing were you gonna
I
say?
was gonna say arguably that's the honey winning the fight, not honey badger. But I don't know if that distinction is important to the
Yeah,
honey
it doesn't
badger
matter.
community. Well, you should have kept pill frozen because you could garlic and then pill the big badger and then get 2 hits on the camel, and it's awful.
Oh baby.
But you know,
um. So I don't think honey badger needs a community. Everyone knows honey badger is good, but the honey pig and horse
still growing, still growing.
yeah,
Need some funding
those are the ones that are growing.
to fund the honey pigs
Honey
and
sheep also doesn't need a
doing
community.
experience.
Everyone already likes honey sheep. That's old news.
I don't know. It cost me a lot of mental as a captain, but it's fun.
Well, yeah, most people joke about it, but they don't actually buy it.
Hmm.
But I will admit, it's probably made me slightly worse because now every time honey sheep appears, I do look at it, which costs me valuable thinking time.
Hmm. Oh, tough. Wait, he still just hit
It
every
works out.
breakpoint, which is kind of crazy. Still lost
Well,
though,
it
but
doesn't work out, but
yeah. I'm just impressed that the kangaroo still
hmm,
did stuff after getting hit twice.
yeah. Do garlic
Nice
this
on them.
kangaroo? It's like pretty
I think it
relevant
was,
tempo. I think I
yeah.
would at least freeze it. I guess yeah, freeze rolling is not a big deal on this turn because you're not looking for any foods anyway. But I would certainly freeze garlic. I think it's like by far the best food
Oh,
here.
big fine.
All right, well, never punish. Just sell snail or sell camel.
Oh, freeze
Rolls.
rolls. I think that's reasonable because
Hmm.
Apple would have been a fair hit as well to get the 5 breakpoint and potentially have good odds to win the fight from there, which I think are high-ish.
Yeah, there were enough good hits there where you're
But
not worried
also the
about
logic
finding
of
good
that,
food. I'm just not sure it's worth it.
kind of coincides with buying camel or buying garlic earlier, and he didn't do that. But I guess that depends if you care more about the breakpoint than the double hit. Oh, wait.
All right, cupcake pays off pretty hard.
Extremely fed. Wow. Yeah. I think he wins anyway without it though, actually. But that's more on Tyler
Perhaps.
mispositioning than yeah. I guess Tyler just punted, actually, for the lives. How many lives is he on? 5, makes sense. But it's tough to have to play into 2 triples anyway. So you're not even that much better, and you're just behind. I'd say this is a hard
All
hit,
right,
especially now.
those are pretty good triples.
Yeah. Canter key. Do you sell Kanga?
Probably. Hmm.
You could.
I think if you were going to want, if you were trying to fit the cannon, it would probably. No, I guess you can't. The Kanga does nothing if you only
Mhm.
if you sell camel and snail. So if you want to get the cannon, you have to sell Kanga.
Okay, he just goes 0 can. I think I would
Yeah,
maybe
that's
even
acceptable.
still freeze can, though, actually. Just, like,
Nah,
play the
you don't
skunk
really
before.
want to replace Badger and like Rhino is like a weird slot because you have to
You
hit
don't want to
exactly
replace
Rhino for it.
Badger, but it's plus stats to 3 slots most of the time, and occasion, and actually probably 4 slots because you're just gonna put pairs on Badger. Pill freeze is odd. I guess you want turtle, but then why would you? But then skunk freeze is kind of bad.
Okay, actually, the
It's
can is
questionable. I think the
well.
can's good.
My concern with the can is that it doesn't really do anything for your immediate life
Tempo, right?
issue, but
Yeah.
I
But
guess that's fine to
I
freeze.
think
Like, see if you need tempo or not.
my guess is he thinks he's far ahead with the rhino, and I think I like pretty much agree with him, but I'm wrong.
Well,
Wow.
doesn't quite
I
work
mean,
out here.
yeah, turkey. But that's actually really close. The rhino just trolled a bit, although I did a lot at the same time. So I guess we can't be too mean to it.
Hmm.
I mean, the skunk is just horrible. I think the skunk was horrible there, like before he froze it as well, though. Oh, he's skipping
A
can.
little confused.
Now he is skipping can, and
Well, yeah, you
yeah,
kind of have to skip can now. If you take
true,
can, you're just going to die. You need to
true.
find like something that can actually win on this turn, such as like this deer.
Is he saying? Hmm. Okay. Shaking everyone
Okay,
thing, but he
whale
will. Yeah.
deer. Just garlic the whale, right?
Garlic whale or garlic rhino? Neither, apparently.
Well,
Are you
neither.
selling
This
legal
actually, this is
line?
also logical.
Let's go. Sorry.
No, no, no. The Waco line is a garlic.
Oh, sorry. It's garlic or honey, isn't it? I sorry, it was. There's multiple. Fuck off.
I
This
could.
one.
I thought it was only garlic, but I guess either way, it's not meat bone.
Yeah, true. Sorry, you might not see stream for a minute. I'm banning a bozo. I can't ban this. I timed him out for a long time. I want to ban him though. There we go. Bye bye. And now we're back.
You could have just told me. I could have done it.
Oh no.
Alrighty.
Am I not streaming the game?
You're not.
Why not? What? Oh, I turned on this window capture by accident. That's fine. I think I misclicked that. Yeah, because Phoenix saw
Well,
stuff
you just missed
earlier.
3 rolls, so no big deal.
Yeah, okay. I just thought it was on for the whole game, but I know Phoenix saw stuff earlier, so it's definitely fine. Hmm.
Hmm.
And also that he won that fight, or did he draw?
He won.
Okay, good. Chocolate on Rhino seems super
Uh,
relevant.
I wonder if you have to chocolate turkey to win the game.
Um, it depends how many cans Tyler has, I guess.
Yeah, do we?
But
We
I
don't have a
feel
way of
like
knowing how many cans he has.
turkey pivot lines are also really unhealthy a lot of the time. So I feel like a lot of the time Tiger Rhino can just sweep everything anyway. It was just strong
That's
enough.
fair.
And you have the melon already, which is probably the bigger thing.
Yeah. Okay, I like that logic. I think this is right. I don't know about this turn. I guess you don't have
The
any.
monkey.
I guess you don't have any much better to do.
Yeah, it's
You
kind of
have enough
like
forward space.
playing to your win con at the moment. Very hard.
A shark has arrived.
Interesting melon. Shark is tough, especially in this match up.
Honey win number 2.
He's only number 2 on turn 9. And obviously
I
it's a
mean,
win
that's
draw
pretty
and
good
whatnot.
for
Yeah,
3
it
gold on
is.
tier 2. I mean, this should be fine, right? Like, you just have the badger in the back. I wonder if you now cow the badger instead, because then that trades with the shark, and
Interesting.
then like your rhino
It
just
could be
trades
like a
everything
good
else.
safekeeping thing into level 2 shark and could also stop you from getting skunked. I like the logic.
Hmm. I think I agree buffing rhino because these buffs are health focused and thus aren't actually that good on the badger anyway. But
Yeah.
uh,
so fair.
But I think you do start considering putting some stats on this badger because now it
Oh
is
my god,
just
he's
well
also 18.
equipped. Okay, looks like
I
Pooballz
like the split actually.
agrees.
This is seems like a good middle ground to take.
Yeah, this plays around Croc.
I
Pretty
like second
reasonable.
monkey. I think at this point you're kind of all in on making a big fellow. Oh,
How many bots today? Ban friend.
there
Why
are.
is his name so long? It's too hard to ban.
For on mod view on PC, I can just drag it. It's really cool. He's gone now. Bye. Yo, Melon second to take chunk damage. Tyler's doing some cool stuff, but he's gonna lose his Melon, and I think he's gonna lose again to Badger. Yeah,
All right,
probably
win number
tilting.
3.
Yeah, now let's see.
That is pretty sick though.
Mhm. I think it was a nice positioning idea by Tyler. There's the Tiger, which is a
Oh,
pretty big deal. Yeah, he sells
yeah.
immediately. There should be breakpoints that
So
this guy's super relevant on.
now,
I mean, even immediately, it's just gonna kill Turkey instead of not doing that. Garlic sit, smart.
plays around. I think this only makes sense if you're then going to sell deer for sushi scorp. Because otherwise, I feel like you can do better than this.
Maybe.
Like, I don't know,
Yeah,
just
actually, the
level
Scorp
2
is really
Rhino,
good
or just
to
like,
having it just fourth, right?
yeah.
Fair enough.
I think the garlic would make sense in that world. Like, garlic plus sushi might be better than what you can roll into. But otherwise, if you have that much gold left, I'd rather just roll for better stuff.
And now I think about it, there's level 2 shark coming on board, and you're kind of likely to just not win this fight because of it. Because your Badger's too small, and Scorp is a really good way of having that not happen. Because you could even go like, it's a bit awkward, I guess, but maybe even like Badger third, Scorp fourth, and then Deer fourth, Scorp. No, actually, there's not really any way that works.
I think it would just be Scorp 4th, and then the
Yeah,
Badger just cleans up things
or just
behind the
kind of use the
Shark,
Badger
which is
body
good enough.
with Tiger Rhino. You'd probably get there with that. Yeah.
Now, that being said, this is still a pretty good spot. Like, you can easily just find this answer next turn instead.
For sure. He's definitely playing
Oh,
for the long
wow.
game. That's
That is a
tough.
that's a lot of
That's
guys.
very, very tough. That's oh, and there's a whole
Okay, so I
shark
guess the
behind him
answer
as
was
well.
there's a lot of cans.
Yeah, there's what I mean. That's only level one
Because that's
turkey.
only a level 1 turkey, right? So
Yeah, so that's 4 cans,
is
I
that
think.
8 cans? Like,
Is it 8 cans?
so Gorilla base stat is how much?
So if you minus 8, it would be a 6-8, and then minus 3-2 would be a 3-5. If you
Wait,
had
wait.
8
All right,
cans,
okay, so it gained 3-2, so then that's an 11,
11-13.
14.
Yeah, sorry,
And then
11-14. It's a 7-10 usually, I think. I can
okay, yeah,
check.
so 4 cans.
4 cans, which is good. Actually, perfect breakpoint to just die to this though, which makes it a pretty good
Mm,
rip for him to find. Let's see.
nope, Pooball's left the VC, so there's the win con.
His internet
Oh,
died.
wait, no.
Yeah, I mean, actually, this is like
uh,
really weird odds to just win, I think, because of the breakpoints it flat hits on everything. But there's a good chance Tyler just plays
yeah.
around it, buys melons, and covers everything. But if he like spends his turn badly, just buying like stats on boar and melon on boar or something like that, there is like a reasonable way for Pooballz to win, which is kind of crazy given the difference in their boards at this point. Well, let's see if Pooballz is. I think his Wi-Fi might have gone, but there's nothing you
Well,
could
he
do to check
joined the
his Wi-Fi.
Discord call, and he wouldn't have done that unless he like did the
Hmm.
rest of his turn. So yeah,
He
looks
does
good.
this. I don't think you
Covers
care.
Melon front, but then loses to Gorilla
It
front.
covers Melon front on,
Seems
yeah,
reasonable.
on that. Okay, yeah, he's so good. Oh my god, he's so good. He's so good. He's so good. He's so good. Okay, my fault. My fault. I
Grr,
won't question you again. That was
as the
crazy.
kids say.
Yeah, there was just no breakpoints on anything. Like if there was a single stat on either of those gorillas, it was free. And I think, yeah, I guess Tyler just did not expect level 2 on both. Because especially he didn't even know level 2 was happening on the Rhino at that point because it was in shop. So it's reasonable for him
I
to not
mean, you can
be
kind
worried
of guess
about.
the Rhino. You can't play around both, though.
Yeah, exactly. It's like playing around a pretty not high roll, but like from his perspective a high roll.
Yeah, relatively unlikely out. Rhino nerf really hidden. I feel like Rhino is significantly less strong than it once was.
I made a post in main court about Rhino being too good into Unicorn and saying that it was like it didn't slow itself. It didn't get slowed down in non-mirror, but I guess it also just isn't getting slowed down in mirror either. Pooballz is doing really well. Jeez, he's playing great. That game was he just played the way that tempoed out and had a really nice breakpoint work for him with
Yeah.
the
So
amount
far,
of
I'd say
power
the
count.
set has been relatively clean.
Yeah,
There's
it's
been some
been
things I disagree with,
mhm,
but very few things I would say are like, oh, that's not a good play.
for sure. And for them to the score definitely is, or it's making it look less close than it is because a lot of these games are going the distance anyway.
Yeah.
Hmm. But let's see if Isolate can pull back. We do need 4 games in a row, which is a very big ask, especially against someone as good as Pooballz.
I mean, plenty of good people get 4-0'd.
For sure.
Opium.
uh-huh.
All
Sub
right,
head start,
pretty decent
fine
start.
enough.
One of the better starts that
A
isn't
2-pet
a
start.
pair.
Mm-hmm. Anything preferable? I guess like pig or over pigeon.
Yeah, I think Pig would be better than Pigeon in this
Maybe
spot.
pig
Oh,
over
he's
beaver.
pulling out the other.
Maybe I'm a beaver hater now. Actually, what the fuck is going on, man? I'm so out of the loop
Let's-
with American fucking sports jokes, but any LeBron thing that comes up, I'll get.
I have to admit, I don't watch basketball in non-loop
Oh,
either,
I
but
see.
funny either way.
Yeah, fair. Okay, there's your third pigeon. What? Was he considering selling those?
I mean, technically, that's the most efficient gold
It's
usage if
really
you
gold
ignore the part
efficient,
where it's a
yeah.
triple.
Mm.
It can make. There's a few spots where it makes sense, just not when the pigeon is your triple.
Yeah, I know that there's double sell places that are fine. That's not one of them. That's why pig's so good, actually. Sometimes it gives you more flexibility into on turn 2. That's not why pig's so good. Pig's
Yeah,
so good for other reasons, but it's another benefit of it.
yeah,
Less
that's part of
boosting.
why Pig is one of the ones I'm willing to like pick up, even if I like don't have my triple yet. It's like, well, the worst case is I lose 1 gold. It's not
Yeah.
that big of a deal.
Pooball is ready
Okay, if
well
that's pretty
also.
reasonable.
Nice, wow. Second triple as well. What's the breakpoint for you? You're on like 9 actually with a rabbit. That's huge. He's on gorgeous breakpoint with a
Mm.
dolphin.
Oh, true, true, true.
This is nice. Would probably
Yeah, the dolphin is better.
yeah. You could if you want to say dolphin's your buff target, you could probably just take rabbit dolphin and then sell beaver then. But if you don't think rabbit's your
Oh
buff
wow,
target,
if he
you could take
chooses to
swan
buff the
first.
swan.
I would disagree with this idea just because I like new dolphin. He does too. Okay.
Yeah, I think dolphin's effect is like valuable enough
Mm-hmm.
to where it's just better. Like you could make an argument that Swan's effect is better late game, like more consistently, but like it's just such a
Mm-hmm.
big tempo loss. I think.
For sure. I guess you are also bound to lose these fights, which makes it
Yeah, but
less
I think
okay.
it's like still a meaningful tempo loss, like later on to
Mm-hmm.
start with such
Especially
a
turn
stat
5 and
disadvantage.
6.
Well, I guess actually the dolphin is effectively a 3-4 because if you're buffing it, you're also leveling it,
Hmm.
or a 3-5. But yeah, I think buffing dolphin's better because I
In the
think the dolphin
swan,
is
but
probably
yeah.
just better late game.
Let's see. You did it. I wouldn't hit a spider. I was wondering if it might be good enough tempo. I don't think it is.
I think you just freeze this meatbone and roll. Like
Agreed.
I think the spider would be considerable if you didn't already have a good food to buy, but you already have
Oh,
a
there's a
good
lot
food,
of
so you can take the
hits.
roll.
There's like swan, snail, flamingo, all are solid enough hits. You could just buy it. And then obviously the meatbone is a failsafe.
Uh,
Is meatbone
I
better
think the
than...
meatbone is better than
Probably,
the
yeah.
flamingo, right? Yeah. Okay, checking if the flamingo would matter. Fair.
Hmm. Gets a sad breakpoint at the start. Well, it would get killed half the time, which is kind of tough.
But if it gets killed, that means your 1/2 swan survives. That's surely relevant.
Yeah, good back guy. I mean, if you do this, that is actually kind of relevant that your swan lives, or it can be.
I
Balls,
guess so,
balls.
yeah. Alright, we're doing a dance. Trying to summon good rolls.
Or maybe
I've
good.
seen the Pack 2 players do it, it's real.
Yeah, those superstitious weirdos.
He gets punished really hard that caused him to miss the
I think the
breakpoint.
dance made the difference, but you know what happens. Tough man. I know you
Alright,
just have to sell it, right? Just to buy the salad.
I think the salad is bait. You don't actually want to keep any of these units except Dolphin. It's like not
I
particularly
disagree.
good tempo.
I think it's good tempo,
Eh,
especially because you could hit like a garlic in the next couple
it's
rolls.
like okay, I guess, but I feel like you'd be better off just rolling for like your 4 drop or like garlic, which he hits garlic anyway. But like,
Would you take garlic
I
over?
think
I
these
would buy
other
garlic
units are too
first.
small.
Ooh, wait. I think I
I
would
agree.
100% buy garlic first.
Yeah,
Maybe he
I would
thinks you
agree
can win
with that.
without it, in which case this is more efficient at finding triples.
This is certainly like a lot more efficient, but I think the garlic wins the fight, and this does not.
Yeah. I mean, this could win
Sure
the
would be
game, but
nice if we had an extra 3 gold to work with.
to be
Mm.
fair, if you did have extra 3 gold, but not the stats, I think you might still lose, maybe? No.
Eh,
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I think
It just
there are too many.
depends.
The other guys on the board are too small, and so the garlic is like so the salad is like unlikely to make a difference.
Mm.
So I'd rather roll for other stuff, but could be wrong there. Certainly not like egregiously wrong or anything. I think like having to
That's a
sell
bit
the
weird.
flamingo makes a difference as well. Okay,
Really
does
nice
win the fight,
positioning, though,
and
actually. The stuff he did to
yeah,
cover
and the extra body
punished.
ended up mattering more than the garlic did. So
Mm.
well played by Tyler.
He's just better. Yeah, and the Dolphin Snipe actually did a lot, too. Actually, no, it didn't, but don't mind that.
It didn't, but a 4/3 body is a 4/3 body.
Mm-hmm. Contribute to
All
your
right,
trade.
combines the
Combines
rabbits
there.
for tempo makes sense. I
Hmm.
do
I
not
mean,
like buying
I
with
think
meat
it
bone. You
doesn't
can
make sense.
freeze it.
I think with garlic you can win that fight regardless, and should keep rabbits separate to buy one more food at max value. I'm like fairly sure garlic is
Mm,
good enough, and it's +1/1 on the
yeah,
garlic side
actually,
as
the
well.
other board is kind of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I agree. Do you take this swan? It's like a
I was thinking about it.
1 gold plus 1/1.
I think
Is that
Meatbone
better than Meatbone?
is
The Meatbone is
better.
just like 4 stats. Yeah, Meatbone's better.
I would think Meatbone is better if the rabbits were still separate though, but it might just still be good to keep
That's
them
true.
together.
Would have helped.
Hmm. Unrabbit I think makes sense too, because of the snail stats. And then I guess you would just... Yeah, I guess you just, as long as one of those meat bones doesn't hit your dolphin, you're pretty much guaranteed the win.
Yep.
Oh, and especially that one not hitting is a big deal. But
All right,
yeah,
good
you're behind
breakpoint.
by a
Yep.
mile. Or you're ahead by a mile, sorry. Although, I mean, yeah, you just have one triple. They also have one triple. Your boards are actually pretty similar, but this one has a rhino now, which makes it a bit better too.
Is it better to just buff the dolphin, stay ahead? Probably not.
I think I'd start above. I think this can stay ahead too a lot of the time. Oh wow.
I think I agree.
Is it ever trip this now and potentially sell dolphin?
I think you have to take it now. You don't have enough board space to realistic. Well, no, that doesn't make sense because if you that doesn't solve the board space issue.
Mm. I think also just
Hmm.
combining dolphins and buying it separate is fine too, because it gives you a better thing to die to their dolphin. Because right now your 4/3 is dying, which is actually pretty bad. He does do this
Does go
line.
for this line. So now you
Yeah.
can trade your pair for a different pair for 2 gold.
Yeah, is that worth it? Hmm. I think it's probably reasonable to say no, because salads are really viable on this board, and you'd rather keep everything in that case. And then just
Yeah,
get
I think
maybe
the
2.
other problem is that there's not really much benefit in buying it this turn versus
Yeah.
just buying it next turn. Like if it was
I
a
mean, the thing
different
is,
5 drop, like a
tempo
monkey or a cow
is...
or something, then you would sell the dolphin. But I think
Yeah.
this made sense.
The argument would be the tempo is a big difference, because you get more bodies on board because they're not getting dolphin sniped, and the extra rhino couldn't win a lot. Oh, this
Nah, tempo is a myth.
falls.
Just buy good stuff. I
I
say
see.
that as the rhino probably would have won the fight, but
uh, yes, it would have. That these things happen.
wait, whoa! Why are we selling the dolphin
I would have drawn,
anyway?
I
The
think.
whole point of this was to not sell the dolphin.
Was he selling?
Okay,
I think he was misclicking. Maybe.
he was really close to it.
I see.
All right, hides the swan. Good play there.
Good plays. Freeze meatbone. That's like really safe. But I guess it hits a lot of breakpoints actually. With it's kind of cool. But I don't think it
Yeah, you could make
hits.
the argument that the meat bone is just the best possible food
I think I
here.
would roll, because like apple even or pear on dolphin would both work.
That also
That
works, although I don't
also,
know if
yeah.
that's worth the
I don't think
boards.
it's worth the...
It's tempo.
Yeah, I guess
I mean,
it's
as
also a
long as you
sell
don't
gold.
overcommit to it, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Like,
also a
just
sell
buy
gold
it.
on cow sushi turns, which is pretty good. And yeah, you don't care too much about the rhino. You can just face tank it like this.
To be honest, I don't quite get the sell gold thing. I hear a lot of people talk about it, but it's like, well, it's still only 1 gold. Like, I
That's
feel
true.
like you would still rather just spend your 3 gold effectively on this tier.
But I think it's like fairly inconsistent as to whether you can spend your gold efficiently on it. That's massive, by the way. I see why he's confused. But yeah, I feel like there's inconsistency to how efficiently you can spend your golds in that spot.
Perhaps.
I guess this skunk also needs to stay now, right? Like he can
Well,
still
yeah.
swan.
Now you have to. Now you have to keep it.
We 3 pairs. Yeah, you just... I think you still swan for double, because it's the only thing on their board.
I don't think double does enough, right? Because it goes down to like. So it goes right now. It goes to 13, and then it
Mm.
goes down to 9. I guess that is meaningful.
It would be at
The wait, the
21, so it
monkey
goes down
buff.
to
So it goes
14 and then down to
14
10,
to
which is also
yeah.
meaningful, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, there's a lot of fights to win though, so I guess you probably need swan. That sushi's great. But
But
is there
like
anything you need?
you, this
That's
is.
tough.
I don't know because I feel like you have to win this fight. I
Hmm.
think or you have to at least try to.
Yeah,
And so
I
the only way
guess...
this works out is if you find a triple, in which case you have to sell a swan anyway.
Well, this idea is kind of smart actually. If you do this, you can put pair on rhino. I was considering pair on dolphin and front it, but this actually seems more consistent. The worry
Yeah, I like this.
is, can the rhino get to 21? And the answer is
Mm,
hopefully not, really. Okay, he plays around 25, which is completely out of the question, and I think that's fair. Believing that his rhino can sweep the
does
rest.
this let this survive the rhino or something
Oh,
else?
oh, oh, oh.
Good positioning read by
Yeah,
Pooballz.
Pooballz played that nice. But some unlethal. He's in like a really, really commanding position, to be fair. It's hard to deal with the 2 big units like this.
Yeah, like in theory, you also have 2 big units. They're just not as big, which
Level
is a
doesn't
bit of
even
a
do
problem.
anything. Do you have to parrot? Not enjoying it. It's fair, this is pretty tough to be against kind of just you, but with a monkey instead of a rabbit. And you kind of have
Yeah, and
disappointing
then these
opponents.
triples are completely useless against the other boards.
Yeah,
So
wait, is Wolverine good?
no, because it gets
Fuck, it
dolphin
gets
sniped and dies
dolphin, dude, this
immediately.
unit is so bad. So, I mean, if you garlicked it, it would live, actually. And then but then it's
Hmm.
2 hurt trigger. You know, the worst part though is then those triggers don't count the dolphin
No, they
snipes.
don't.
No, because
Oh
it's
no.
not friendly to friends.
Oh no. Guys, at least let Wolverine have that.
I know, right? It's messed up. Yeah, most things Pooballz can do. Or can, yeah, most things Pooballz can do could just kill you at this point, I think. Let's see though. If he monkey fronts to try and cover stuff, then maybe it's winnable. He kind of, I think,
Yeah.
what's it called? Tyler's playing to that to try and play around some
But
kind of
monkey first
buffer.
doesn't actually do anything because dolphin.
GG. Wait, is it? Maybe it's not. No, it just wait. Oh,
Oh, he does get there.
wow, crazy close.
that's
Using the
that's
rhino to
pretty
buffer.
crazy.
I'm impressed. Yeah. Was that snipes dependent? Maybe. Okay, level 2 skunk seems extremely relevant.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A little
And
bit
then
maybe.
you melon dolphin, I think. You need your high attack unit to swing more times, so.
Yes, I agree. Well, maybe
But
not
I
a
guess
skunk
you
too.
also need to win several fights, and so you need to also knock off their melons with rhinos. So
He's
it's like
considering an
debatable.
armadillo. That seems bad. I think I would probably be. Oh, this is tough. The main worry is the rhino staying front and not getting skunked, which is real. But into that, what do you do? I guess
Hmm.
into that you do this and you front it, and then it still covers dolphin front similarly well, and you just kind of try and power scale it and hope you don't get skunked. And that's your general out. Garlic seems good also. Just a raw garlic on like a rhino or skunk even.
Uh,
Maybe it's worse than skunk. Maybe
sure.
it's worse than
I
it.
think salad is just better.
My
Yeah.
memory is like just ripping a snake and killing you though. Yeah, answer is
Okay,
it
put the
better?
melon first. Reasonable.
It did get bigger, yeah. Okay, this is just correct then. And you live, which is huge. You get the snipes and you take them out.
Okay,
Okay.
another. He gets there.
All of these are going to be airtight. He needs some stat swings with like pizzas potentially. Though I
Those
mean,
tigers,
double monkey isn't that
tiger or
bad.
skunk looks pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
8 damage with some potential to improve.
Oh, this fight is tough though, right?
Is it just
It's
no,
really,
because there's a
really
dolphin.
scary.
Is it? Sell rhino, pair the tiger, then sell rabbit and buy the other snake. You can buy the other skunk.
Hair Rhino,
Like
Cell
just set up
Rabbit.
Exodia to knock their stats off.
I could see that actually,
I guess
yeah.
maybe it's unnecessary to sell the rhino at that point. You could just have single skunk, but I feel like the second skunk is better than the rhino, right? If that's your
If
plan.
you're doing that, yeah.
And I feel like
The
that's the
worry would
main plan that can
probably
actually get there.
be winning that this fight with that, I think. But it maybe is doable.
Oh
Especially if
wait, pair
their
tiger
skunk
doesn't
is
even
amazing.
protect it from skunk or from dolphin, so
Oh, does
never
it
mind. It
not?
doesn't work.
Oh, you're right. Not
It's only
always.
8.
It's 50% too, but probably not good
I
enough.
do not agree with skipping both the tiger and the
Yeah, you
skunk. I
need
feel
one
like
of
you have to
them.
take
I think
one.
your rabbit isn't allowed to stay on board for much longer, but I guess he thinks he needs it to win the multiple more fights he needs. And he is just going to keep power scaling the
Um,
dolphin, which I do still think is a good idea. Now, yeah, you can't really play for anything here. In back
I don't really
pushes,
see how this ever
Pooballz.
gets there. Whereas if you buy tiger or skunk, then you have
Steak
improvements that can actually
front.
get there
Big snipe.
realistically. Oh, that's a
Another big
really good
snipe.
break point.
Huge. Wow. Tyler getting lucky in fight. It finally happened. Snake 2 seems like a huge improvement that I would be going for.
Yeah, I probably have to take it.
It is like 1-3 as well, which is okay.
Hmm.
The other worry is Pooballz has bought his own skunk, and it's gonna get kind of hard to win. Can you get away with this? You have to put a garlic thing behind it. I guess you could put snake behind it if you find level 2. It's like actually kind of arguable because then
Can't you
you
already
skip
put snake
rhinos.
behind it?
Yeah, maybe.
I think I like that. Sell rabbit, mammoth, mushroom, snake
Yeah, because
first, and then that gives you like an actual
yeah,
out.
the main downside of it would be if the rhino stops being skunked, you probably just lose. Like if that happens this turn, which might not be out of the question because Pooballz seems to be going for it. But I guess if he is going for it, then you wouldn't have the Rhino front. This is really hard.
I don't really.
Goes for
I
Mammoth
think that's
Strike.
better than what you can roll for, and then like
Mm-hmm.
figure it out next turn.
Okay. And this can definitely also just play really well into Rhino in general by tanking stuff. Do you need something else in
Now
front
this.
of Mammoth to not have your melon get owned? I guess your melon gets owned regardless.
Well, he's reading not Rhino first, which makes
Yeah,
sense based on what we were saying.
nice.
Okay, yeah, it works out
Does
really well
it
here.
goes incredibly well here.
Ooh,
That's
but the
breakpoint sucks. That
breakpoint is
breakpoint really
rough.
sucks,
Oh,
but
never
his Rhino
mind, he
snipe is
gets there
huge.
anyway.
Yep. This is a really well done game.
This would be a crazy win if Tyler pulled this off.
Everything
Level
is
2
like
Snake is
barely.
helpful.
Is there a mammoth in this? Let's find out. He prays to everything and does not hit.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess he's just niggas, but I think the Monarch might be relevant. Like freeze rolling it? I think I would. That's +1 dolphin, interesting.
For
Just a back unit. Because the snake is, or the stake is kind of likely to be there.
sure. I'm
I
fine with the
guess
freeze.
keeping the chocolate slot open is more relevant. God,
Okay, it
he's so
does
much
hit
better than me.
chocolate. It also hits melon though.
Oh, what's better? I mean, it's +4/4 to your whole board. Or
Yeah,
a
I guess the
melon.
problem is you can't spend the other part of your gold, so
Yeah.
stats is
The
probably
other thing
better.
is now you have to for Pooballz, I think it maybe is still winnable for Pooballz if he sells Monkey, but he staked it, which is really kind of bad. But if he can get his Rhino to not be skunked, front it and sweep with Tiger Rhino. So I think, yeah, I like this idea by Tyler to try and play around that eventuality where it's front because it should.
Yeah, I do think you can if you can find a way to play around front Rhino, then
Mhm.
it's pretty reasonable to do so.
Only problem is this would get two shot by the Rhino if it's not getting skunked. You would get value traded. It is getting skunked
It
though, so this
is
is perfect.
skunked,
Yeah, this went exactly
and
as
then
you
yeah,
wanted it
just
to, and it
clean win.
wins. That's really nice.
Really, really impressive win by Tyler.
And it's now
I think most people
5-3.
do not win
Yeah,
that one.
for sure. He has a lot more games to go, but that's a great start. No fucking way I win that.
All right, well now we only need 3 games. That's like a 3-0. Much less much more common.
See Pooballz stream, so I need to go game capture on. Doesn't exist. No. Yeah. Yeah, really nice by him.
Mm. Okay, Tyler's taking a break, so I will also take a break.
I will also take a break, actually. I need to get a drink. But yeah, make sure to stick around, guys. They'll be back in a little bit. And so will we. 5-3 now. Definitely a turning point. It depends if is Pooballz gonna lose his head from it, or is he gonna keep it up? Because he was playing really well before this game, and I'm sure he played well that game too. Tyler just found us out really nicely. But I think the way that Pooballz would lose from here would definitely be by losing his head over that. So we'll have to see if he can rein himself in.
Yeah, this is a tough situation to come back from mentally for sure. Especially like when you're playing this long of a set, you really just feel like, man, I just want this to be over.
True.
So there's like extra devastating to be like it'd be like that close, and then it's just like yet now you have to play like another game, maybe like 2, 3 more games. Like
Hmm.
it's mentally taxing to like so that adds
Yeah.
to it.
I realized, like, as I was walking away, this has been going for 3 hours, nearly. So crazy.
That's much above the typical time
I
I
know.
budget. I wonder
I
what
actually, I
happened.
remember when I was commenting with Tyler the other day. I remember him saying, "God, my Bo9 is gonna, or my B11 is gonna take like 3 hours." I think it might
Well,
just
yeah,
be
3 hours
Tyler
is
quite
reasonable,
slow.
but there's 3 more games left, and it's
Yeah,
already been
true.
like three
Potentially.
hours.
Yeah, I
But
guess
yeah,
he's
three
not
hours
wrong.
is like the normal
But
amount of
you just meant
time
like,
for
yeah, over
best of
even
11,
the
I
bigger
think.
set size, because Tyler plays very slowly.
Yeah, I guess there's
Uh,
been some breaks, and
this could maybe
Tyler
be the thing.
plays pretty slow, so yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
And there's been a lot of like long games in this
Yeah,
set.
true. That game went to like turn, I forget, 15 or something. Score is 5-3. Yeah, let's see. Isolate's back. And yeah, we're watching Pooballz this time. Did I change the eye? I did change the eye. We're good. Feel free to start whenever. Oh, yeah, screen share free. My bad.
Mhm.
Game Pooballz.
Um, hmm.
Solid
So I guess
start.
he took like one of duck or fish in first shot and then rolled into this shot. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
my guess would be duck roll. Because I can't think of many fish roll spots, but maybe I play very consistent.
The
But I
thing is,
like
though, it
to
doesn't
start with
actually
fish.
make it like significantly more consistent to take 2 things in the first shot.
That's true. That's 50-50, I think, to draw. Yeah, it was. Tough. Nice
2
compensation
more
now.
ducks.
And
All right, good start.
is this pick better than cricket? Probably not.
I think pair is too important. Like it, I feel like people forget that like this is still cell gold, so you're paying 1 gold to see a pair. That seems
Yeah,
like pretty good.
seems fair.
Positioning looks a little strange, but sure. If you're predicting something, does not work out very well.
Yep. Tough as a fight. Tough a fight as it is to win when you're 5 pets, but
I'm a little confused as to why cricket was in the back when winning doesn't matter. You just need to not
true.
lose. All
Nice
right, takes the
Raph.
triple.
Well
Makes
done.
sense.
This fish is great too, probably. You just stack and take 3 things.
I don't know. That leaves you in an awkward spot. Breakpoint, like with the gold breakpoint,
Wait, does it?
or not the gold breakpoint. That leaves you in an awkward spot board space wise.
Right,
It's
yeah,
like if
fair.
you stack this fish, you have no cell target
Yeah, I
and
would probably
multiple things that
freeze,
you would not want to
I
buy.
would not freeze.
So
Would I freeze Apple? I feel like The tempo gain from it is quite big though, because it's plus 1/3.
Yeah, you bought a
I think
giraffe
I
as
can
well.
roll
You're
with
not
it.
winning anyway.
You could, because you bought a spider.
I mean,
I guess there's
maybe, but
a.
like that's inconsistent enough where I'd much rather just roll and sell the fish. He does go for
That's fair.
this, and this is like reasonable, but now it gets really awkward if you find a fish or a
Mhm.
cricket,
And
which is why I
also,
don't
just
like
if
it
you
very much.
generally low roll, or not even like no low roll necessarily, but yeah, those stats didn't matter even. And there's a dog on the board. It's very tough. Yeah, I think you're fair enough. Nice, summon them. You just rip this now.
I mean, yeah, you kind of have to take this now, which
Hmm.
thing is that doesn't even solve
Maybe
your
that's a
board space
negative
issues though,
effect
because
for them.
presumably you're going to buy the 3 drop and then you're in the same position again.
You are, but you're looking to next turn now. Like, you only have 4 gold to spend anyway, so it's fine, I think. Unless you roll into, like, snail next shop would be the only kind of time that's an issue. Now you're just snapped.
Interesting to take the camel here. I think I would have, with consistent scaling from giraffe, I would have
Uh,
preferred ox. It
I
also
think
helps deal
camel
with
can
the
win the
dog.
fight
Uh,
more consistently, but I might be wrong.
this fight maybe, but I think ox is much better in like every other fight.
That's fair, but I think you have triples, so you can, like, find ways to win other fights more, and I'd like rather focus on this one. At least because I think it's reasonably winnable. Oh, the meat
All
bone.
right, does get
Nice. Yeah,
there.
okay. For some reason I thought he was about to get traded, but yeah, I forgot he had meat bone on it. Let's
Okay,
see.
so next turn you pill this
Off
spider.
rip, right? Especially with
Okay, yeah,
the
this is
starting
this
shop
is pretty
fish.
good.
This has gone great.
Yep.
Good
All right,
order.
pill.
Pooballz isn't gonna mess up order, of course. Yeah, just instant sell. Seems right. Stuff
I
goes to
might have
not great
rather had a dog
spots.
on board than a camel.
A 2/2 one? I guess a 2/2 one is not that different from a
A
3/2 one.
2/2 dog is still a
Yeah.
dog.
It's also into a peacock, which has a pretty good matchup into a camel. Wow.
Yeah.
Are those both good, or just one of them? And then
Uh,
the alternate
I
question is,
don't
do you
think you
punt
can
first?
sell anything on your board for the other one, so. Hmm.
It's just a stack, because I think the level 3 potential is good enough, regardless of the extra gold you could go for. And you could also sell camel, kind of reasonably. But I guess that goes
Hey, you
super all
could,
in
but
on hitting turkey.
yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather like I would have probably considered buying it next turn, but with 2 rolls, I think I would have preferred to roll for giraffe or camel.
Fair enough.
I also might have liked this better if we had a pill for this turtle, because then we have board space to run it separate, and so the
Mhm.
upside is higher.
Yeah, which
But
makes the I forgot what he froze, but he froze something that I didn't like. Apple freeze weird to me.
I mean, I guess if you deem it the best food, but yeah, I think pill is immediately. I guess the problem is you don't have a very good pill target. You have
Yeah,
Swan.
and I guess at that point you'd rather just spend your gold fast and then hit a pill on an interval below 3 gold, so you can freeze into next turn and then just kind of play the game. Which is why he's buying this.
Um,
Oh, but this makes it really tough because you can't buy the swan without missing the breakpoint that you really want to hit. That's not used to do this. Then why do we have an apple frozen? Okay, he just hits anyway. Sure.
okay, yeah, like the apple
It's
was
fun.
objectively bad to freeze. Like
Oh,
once
he
he
does
didn't
hit
have
anyway.
3 gold anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I keep forgetting he has a meat bone because I was worrying about him hitting the breakpoint on this peacock, but he is actually hitting it even now. So we'll see.
yeah, and
What does
he
this
has a
just
little
want to do?
leeway too because he has 2 damage behind it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, getting there. But to be
All
fair, getting
right.
there is a huge deal though because the value trade lets you get to the dog, which is another
Yeah.
relevant part. Yeah, like winning that fight is actually huge for him, I think. So the cupcake went crazy.
I take
Pooballz is like
triple.
weirdly really good at cupcake buying compared to other people, I think. Maybe it's just because he
Yeah, I think
values it higher than
his
others.
positioning and his like understanding of when he can win fights has been very good this set. I think it's probably his main strength.
For sure.
Is this pair purchasable? Probably not.
But he goes for it
Okay,
anyway.
well, I
I
don't
feel
I
like
don't
that
really know why we
was.
immediately stacked it. That had to be an
I'm gonna
accident,
go check
right?
voice text chat. Never mind, no, it's not there. It must have been deliberate then. Oh, I got so rewarded. Except not really. I mean, kind of. Ugh, it's so awkward going penguin here, but I think I do like it.
I do not. I don't know why we bought this giraffe with a suit over the actual giraffe.
Because there's a penguin with the suit soon. And you can also,
Um,
I think, put some, like, buffs on monkey. In front monkey. And cover some stuff. We might just die, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. I'm very confused as to what this penguin accomplishes over just buying the actual giraffe and getting your triple for 3 gold cheaper.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't
Might as well
know.
go
I
for
feel
it.
like this game has looked a little shaky from Pooballz,
This is a
which
good out.
might not be a good sign.
Unfreeze pill, buy rhino, pair rhino, roll. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
and
great
put it
into that
first.
board, but I think it can still just end up working. Because rhino kind of just does
I
that a lot
think
of the time.
I think it's fine. It like even if it reaches
What are
the
we doing?
peacock, which would be the main problem, you have melon behind it.
W-
Well, I mean, I guess we did find the turtle, but
You found
a
everything
little
and now we have
late.
nothing to do. Almost. Like, I'm confused as to what you're supposed to even do this turn. And if you're supposed to pair, then you should
Well,
have
you
just
can just
paired.
pay. I know, but
Yeah, but like,
I
these were
think
the best things you could
uh,
have hit. So, if it's still pair rhino, then why did you not just pair rhino?
I
For
think
me.
the logic was that you want turtle badly enough to just hard roll for like turtle camel until
Hmm.
and,
Like, if
and
you
then
didn't hit them
he
here,
and
you would
so
roll
then
down to
like
0.
yeah, so if he didn't hit them, he would just roll 3 times instead of taking the pair, which is I don't agree with that, but it is like
I could see it,
sensible
I
logic,
guess,
I
yeah.
suppose.
The odds are just very high to hit one. Or, well, not very high, but, like, high enough. Oh, nice breakpoint. And a melon break? Wait a second. Oh, but you die through melon, that's terrible. Oh,
Yeah,
he hit
tough.
a lot. That was an exact breakpoint to die through melon. Super tough. Because of the skunk buy. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, he
Wonder if he
would
saw
break.
that. It's like seeable.
Yeah.
And, like the skunk doesn't make that much sense otherwise because you have like a 30 attack unit.
Well, he might have just also expected the swan to stay front or the monkey to go front. I guess monkey front actually is just not
Okay.
fixed, but yeah, just pilling.
It feels weird when you're on lethal, but I think I still prefer to sell camel because I don't think the camel does anything relevant in this fight. So may as well
Yeah, I
get your
could see
stats
that.
next turn.
I was wondering if you could go front peacock and then camel second, and it could work for the fight.
Well, looks like that's what he's doing, so we will see.
Well, no, I was saying front swan. Sorry, was I meant to say. And rhino third. But I guess this can also
Well, it
heal.
sort of accomplishes the same thing, right?
Yeah,
Just
it
like
does.
getting some middle unit to enough health to survive through melon.
I would be unfreezing pair and freezing monkey, I think. Because I do think monkey
Hmm.
stats are going to stay relevant throughout the game. Because his scaling, like Tyler scaling, is not that much, and I think you can both get good tempo with scaling and like open your path to winning the game. Never mind.
Okay, the breakpoint does not work, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
5-4. This is getting
Tyler
more and more
insta
scary by
starting
the
his screen
second.
share.
He's excited. Turn off game capture. There we go. Cool. Well, you got the
This
dots
would
for
not
that.
be the first 2-5 comeback in a best of 11, if I remember correctly.
As
I
in
think
from
Light did
second?
it to Damon in the first MOTD turtle.
You are right. I think that was 5-1 comeback actually though.
Ah, okay. So this would be a unique feat.
It would be. I guess a 4-game comeback has happened a couple times in bracket though, but
Yeah, yeah.
uh, I guess the set size has gotten big enough. Has gotten big enough this in this tournament that reverse sweeps are really nearly impossible. I wonder if we'll see one in.
Yeah, like a full reverse sweep is just like mathematically unlikely, but there's a lot of like smaller comebacks.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm not gonna front. Going back and watching the replay after you won the game is, is like, come
Oh, look
on.
how fucking cool I am. Oh, it's
Oh,
because.
okay.
Oh no. Okay,
That's kind of
that's
sick.
super
That's kind of
reasonable.
sick.
Showing the specific breakpoint off that he hit.
That is pretty
Dang.
sick. I won't
I mean,
lie.
there's like reasonable chances that he would lose this game if he had lost this fight.
Yeah,
Oh
for
well.
sure. This is this is also arguably good for Pooballz because I think like after this that game, you want to just keep the momentum going, like keep Pooballz mentally boomed, and so giving him a break is like probably slightly lower EV, but worth. That was a pretty sick break point. All right, pretty good start for Tyler
Hmm.
as a pair, so it can't be bad. I can't hear you if you're saying anything. Maybe it's
No,
on
I'm
my
here. I'm
end.
here. What's it
Okay.
called? It should be fine. I just wasn't saying shit.
Okay. Pretty reasonable starts for both sides.
Yep. One triple. I think it makes a beaver worth it to have it when you have a triple. Hit 3 rolls for more real things.
Yeah, these are just not quite good enough, so you just
Mm.
roll. Okay, now the
Oh,
beavers are good.
are they good?
Yeah, just sell the pig.
Fair. Yeah, you have
Then
one
you have two
roll.
pairs. No, you definitely shouldn't have taken the other
I
beaver. It
mean, when
just
the other
happened to
beaver
work
would have
out.
put him on a pretty shitty. Oh, he's so good. And he gets a throw run now. This just works. Perfect. Just pure talent.
Yeah, very good start. Tyler, just stream. If you get yap this much.
Hmm.
Good gold interval for that too. All right, giraffe dodo. Pretty good game so far for Tyler. Now the question here is, do you care enough about beaver stats to sell it this turn?
I'd just sell pigeon by snail, I think.
I guess at that point, actually, you can just freeze snail and roll, or even just skip the snail.
I like freezing
Because
and roll.
like the gold efficiency doesn't really matter, so like you'd basically be paying like 2 rolls to guarantee beaver stats. It's like maybe fine.
Huh.
Oh, so this is a similar logic play that like it's not. It isn't more gold efficient though because now you have 2 less gold next. Okay, so 2 less gold next turn for this apple, and then you lose. It's okay. This is like borderline. This might be right. All right. Well, now you insta sell this beaver because that was the whole purpose. Yeah, freeze pill. Yep, good. Other board has 2 snails on it, but you have giraffe dodo, so I feel like you're fine with that. Hmm. I think I take this spider pill because it's possibly a dodo, which means I probably take that and then take the swan. But he
Yeah.
decided to skip it, which is also fine. Holy shit.
Punish.
Going so
Never seen Tyler with so much ADHD in his gameplay. That board is
I mean, you
just
just take a tempo
fucked,
crab,
by the
right?
way. Yeah, have to.
I mean, the other options are worse. There's nothing you're rolling for. Yeah, you just kind of have to take it. Maybe worm if you don't think you want garlic, because then it gives you a 2 gold apple, which you can then buy with rabbit. That doesn't really make much sense. You wouldn't buy rabbit anyway. This positioning is strange. Oh no, it hits 11 health on the rat. Okay, sure. But I feel like you want a little more than that because there could easily be another snail or something like this.
Hmm. I mean, Pooballz to start is really tough now to get past. We do have, I guess Dodo is like one of the better answers you could have for it. It's just tough to not be able to retain any tempo because of how big of a start they have.
There might be a solution in the shop. Never mind. I actually probably would have considered that crab. I think you have like just enough health to make it like kind of work. Hmm. I think I like take the draft this turn and then potentially sell crab swan for the 4 drop. Take it, but you could also like full lotto. Like you would
Oh
sell
yeah.
crab, buy giraffe, and then roll. That's also fine.
I think I like selling crab and yeah, going giraffe.
Hmm. Well, sure thinking about it, but this is a tough decision, so sure. Um, sells the swan instead of the snail. So you're going to lose this fight, so you will get snail value next turn. And so the snail value, I guess the giraffe stays long enough for that health to matter. So 2, okay, yeah, 2 health is better than 1 gold. That's a good find.
Hmm.
Well, I guess the question at that point is why not sell the crab? But I guess maybe he thinks he can steal one of these fights.
Yeah, I thought maybe it's doable. Early
Um,
whale is a
I feel like you can win.
is a lot of lives lost. I guess he needs to. He might think he needs to take a life now or take a level now. Sorry.
I think you can win if you garlic dodo and then put it towards the garlic dodo with. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense too. Um, okay, so now garlic dodo and then put turtle, and I think you can win the fight. Maybe even
Uh,
2 fights.
yeah,
Oh, sell. Okay, yeah, that also makes sense. Just get as many stats on the dodo as possible, and
yeah.
then just put Melon on it.
Nice, you got your full anyway. This is good though. And big turtle isn't too bad. Oh nope, he does not want a big turtle. I think
Mm,
I had big turtle.
that's also fine.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I like not buffing turtle. I think snail stays long enough where the stats are more valuable there, but it's like arguable. Um, I'm not sure I agree with taking the 4 drop because I feel like unless you hit exactly turtle, it's not really that much more tempo. But I guess maybe turtle is the only hitting turtle out of that tier up is the only out.
Hmm.
All
Yeah.
right, does get the fight win, just barely. Pretty important. Still has a 5 drop to work with as well. Pill. Hmm.
Hmm.
You only have level 1 dodo, so this skunk becomes a lot more relevant.
Yeah, it does.
Probably pill turtle onto dodo, and then buy cow, sell cow, buy.
You could fill
Hey,
into
no, you don't have
skunk
to sell
instead, I
yet.
think.
I was thinking about that, but I think because it's a level 1 dodo, the dodo is still going to be significantly larger most of the time. Okay,
That's
it
fair.
goes
I
for
thought
this
plus
line.
the skunk stats, it would hit like nice breakpoints to kill stuff. And you can also put these stats on skunk instead. but this is worth
No,
it.
I think Dodo is too big. Like you're keeping Dodo anyway, so you may as well do this. Double parrot. Pretty good. I think I would freeze that. Okay then.
Hmm.
I think like going full skunk scam is pretty good here, so I think double parrot fits pretty well into that game plan. Okay, hits the breakpoint, but does not hit that breakpoint,
Another fight
and doesn't hit
lost.
that breakpoint either.
Yeah. Nothing worked that fight. You need to drill. Okay, there's one of them.
Is it Dodo chain? Well, guess not. You can't. Yeah, it's probably just now that there's a skunk on the other board, you start buffing skunk. Could potentially let it survive. No, I don't think it hits anything relevant. I think you still buff Dodo anyway. Or if you decide that neither of them matter, you can also just buy skunk
Hmm.
and roll. But I guess yeah, you would. There would be advantage to doing that because you increases your odds of hitting Dodo. Hmm. Very tough call. Glad I don't have to do this one. That's how I feel a lot about
Yeah.
when I'm commentating sets.
This set has definitely been one I'm glad to not have to make decisions on. I mean, honestly, I just think it's like the work he's done to make it to this point, just to be on like having to do it again, having to make another like clutch win from a board state that's probably worse. Turkey as
Yeah,
well. Oh my god.
competing in SAP is pretty tough.
Wins though.
Does get a fight win, but there's now a turkey on the other
The
board. But
turkey and
there's
5
also a level 2 dodo
lives.
on this board.
Mm-hmm. Uh, hopefully. I'm
Have
sure
we
there
seen
will be.
any tier 6 scalers this his set?
Tyler the dragon last game, but he won in the fight, he bought it.
Hmm. What to do now? Is this just a full skip? Like, you kind of need. No, I guess you would sell Snail. Because I was thinking you kind of need this monkey. There's certainly enough lives for it to be useful. And I think it can be pretty relevant to give this skunk more health.
Hmm.
I'm not really sure why a Dillo is being considered. I think. I, so I was considering this. Okay, this makes sense if you're not buying the monkey, but I don't know. I feel like you kind of need the monkey.
Yeah, you have a lot of fights to win, right?
Yeah.
And I mean,
I guess
as much as
if
it's
you're
like,
buying Tiger,
okay, you took this one instead. I mean, this isn't actually that unreasonable to take this one instead, even though that always kind of sounds weird. Maybe he would have wanted to keep his shops and his gold open to roll for Dodo, but then didn't hit it. Because Dodo 2 would be a
I guess
good call.
actually the monkey immediately becomes the worst unit on your board. So it kind of makes sense to not like commit to one.
Yeah. But then, I mean, the draft is arguably worse. At least if you get to a point where you're
Uh,
safe, which the monkey can probably get you to a point where you're safe. Although actually there's skunk 2 on that board, so maybe not. Oh, it's tough. It's very tough.
uh, I guess you're just rolling for Dodo chocolate. I don't really see any better options here. I guess maybe if you think these pairs can hit breakpoints, I guess he might also be thinking that the croc like seals a decent number of potential win cons for, and this life is pretty important because you're already ahead in long term, most likely. Well, you're not really. There's a turkey on the other board.
Can you double pair on skunk?
Well, it's kind of a fake turkey though, because you already have the mammoth and the whale.
I kind of
It's a
like double
hard
pair
game.
on skunk. Oh, there's a level. That's a big deal.
Hmm. Unfortunately, it's not any of the cool
It
guys.
wasn't Armadillo Wolverine. Tragedy.
Tiger, croc. Actually, yeah, with tiger, this croc makes a lot more sense because that
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
definitely like
And it also lets you consolidate your
reduces their
skilling
win
on
cons a
stuff that you
lot.
care about more. This is a bad cupcake, I think, but I might be wrong. I
I
think it's
mean,
just
you're not really
shitty.
looking for anything. You're looking. You have 3 rolls for chocolate, and it's kind of. It's not even
Yeah,
that good to freeze chocolate
but it's
because you're
just
looking
like,
for equipment.
is it turn 10? Oh, it's turn 10, sorry. Okay,
Yeah,
then this is fair.
it's a
Oh my
breakpoint. It's
god.
2 breakpoints
I mean,
actually.
neither of them mattered, I don't think,
I
but
mean, yeah, he probably was gonna win anyway, but that's still pretty
this
sick.
looks cool. The steak
Leopard has
seems good. I
arrived.
think I would take the steak on a tiger. Or actually, maybe just on the leopard as you buy it.
Hmm.
Is the leopard even good?
Can you?
Like, no.
It does currently have the breakpoint to shoot the mammoth.
It
So,
does.
and
That's
it
true.
does offer you some like pretty significant long term. Actually, wait, is it just tiger dodo? Then you definitely have the breakpoint. Yeah, I like that a lot.
There's. It's just. I feel like not right now. I think I would rather tiger skunk right now.
I
Or
mean, that's
tiger
like 5
leopard.
damage, right?
Yeah. I just feel like consistency is better because I think you're reasonably ahead at the moment. And I'd rather wait till leopard gets to like level 2.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's consistently doing nothing is the thing. Like it's a consistent play, but
I guess
it doesn't return any value.
it's just like
Okay, well
melon
Tyler
breaking.
disagrees apparently.
He also probably wants to buff the leopard, which is reasonable.
Yeah, that little bit of health could certainly matter.
To stop you getting killed through melon. In cases where Pooballz
Thinking
is
about
of.
whether to level tiger.
God, I feel like this is another one that Pooballz is gonna not be happy to lose if he does. If he gets his
Yeah, if Pooballz does lose this, he's not. He's not going to be looking
Okay,
too
but this
hot for
is
the
this is
next game.
the premier fight for him to win at this point. Does he get there? He does, yeah.
He does get there.
He needs
Tyler
one.
does have quite a few possible improvements this turn.
Yeah.
Does Pooballz, but Pooballz
Yes.
also has quite a few
Well,
improvements.
he kind of has one, like a straight one.
Melon, boar,
Yeah, true.
steak
Melon makes sense.
on skunk, and then level.
Or maybe even just
Meanwhile,
melon.
here you have
Maybe even
level
just
and
melon on
equipments.
everything, right?
Yeah, that could also make sense.
He does have 2
Hmm.
lives, which is not that many, so there's very real chances that he just doesn't find enough melons to win this fight. But then even then it
So
depends on
Tyler,
the leopard snipes. I wonder if this leopard's even
Tyler,
good.
considering whether tiger, mushroom, mammoth is enough, which I'd say probably.
I think, yeah, I think so. I think you could pair as well, and then it lets you pair, which is nice. Cause like
Is the pair better than 3 rolls? Does
on,
it hit like a relevant thing?
I feel like it must hit something on
It
the
can, yeah. It makes
skunk,
it
right?
more consistent that you kill the. Oh,
Yeah,
I was thinking on the dodo to make sure you kill the
mm,
mammoth because that's one of your bigger outs here.
I guess that's fair actually.
On the skunk is also
I just think that the
reasonable, but I
tempo
think it
swing
already
is
has enough
huge.
stats.
The tempo swing is especially huge because you have the stake on the tiger that can just wham into the whale this turn. So I think I would go for the stats that don't get skunked. But this is also fair. For sure.
You could also play around chili, but like, why would he ever have chili
Level
here?
2
Wouldn't make much sense.
happens. This is the scariest board that he could have, I would
Gets a
say, and it
draw.
draws.
That's probably good for Tyler. Well, I mean,
I
it's
would say
better
so.
than a loss.
Yeah, for sure. I don't even know where the snipes went though. Oh my god, the skunk
It
snipe.
shot. There's only one, and it shot the skunk.
The skunk went to
It's
the
pretty good.
the skunk went to the mammoth that turn. I just realized.
Oh, that's funky.
Oh, that's so weird.
Uh,
Yeah, you're losing a lot of value actually on like kind of a lot of things because you're going to be hitting melons and then you're also going to be. But at the same time, Pooballz can't afford to melon his mammoth, so he's kind of always running the risk of it getting owned. And then if it does get hit, but he's like gives it HP to not die, like gets it to some kind of breakpoint, then Skunk hits something else, and he has other issues to deal with from there. Potentially, it's like it's very awkward for both players. I would say, wow, never mind. Oh, but you can't even afford to do this. Do you just rip the level now? I think you have to rip the level now.
I
I
think
think the
turtle
one-up
on
pill
board is
was
better than the level.
pilling the one-up guy bad? There's like
No,
one
I
less
think that was
wall,
good. It opens 2 outs.
but it. But you lose so many stats on board. I feel like you're gonna lose this turn.
Mm,
Like it makes you safer because you're less likely to miss breakpoints with your leopard. But then you've lost 4/4 stats. So
you
it's
have,
like
but you gain a board slot to
terrifying.
work with, so I think that's fine.
Oh, this is huge actually. Wow. Wow, that
It's the
one blew
fight
up.
win.
Okay. I didn't think it would win by that much. I guess the turtle front
I
was
mean,
a huge spike.
yeah, melon good.
Uh-huh.
Plus 40 attack.
Melon good. Uh, did that gorilla not get? Oh no, the gorilla wasn't what got hit, was it? It was the skunk.
The gorilla died through melon, so no.
Really? Of course, yeah. It was
I
like
mean,
22 against
40 attack.
44. Yeah, I guess the dodo is going wild. But now it's like into this board. Yeah, I
No,
guess
that's
the
pretty
odds of
good.
hitting yeah, melon's huge. Melon there.
Well, I guess the question is, do you go back to having mammoth now and sell this turtle, or would you rather just have 2 melons? I think you'd rather just have 2 melons.
Yeah. Who else can front from gorilla? I think that'd be what I'm worried of.
Um,
So I like this.
well, that only. Let's see. If the gorilla doesn't get sniped, it insta loses. If the gorilla does get sniped, no, doesn't this just cover both worlds? Because like the
If it
gorilla will
has a
get
melon, it
coconut
would
through.
just break that melon, and then you trade the leopard before it gets anywhere dangerous.
Um,
And then the rest of his board isn't that good. But then people just has a fucking
yeah,
random shark, which I don't really get. But maybe it gets.
it
Oh,
might
it's
have
level
just. Oh
2. Oh,
well,
it's
that's
not level
why.
2 anymore. That's really tough. Yeah,
Well, it
he
is.
didn't
It's just
position it the way that it
slightly
was there. He's
smaller.
still dying through melon. Nope. Yeah, I forgot I one up actually. Yeah, I think front gorilla could have won, maybe, but I might just be overrating it. Dude, Tyler's fighting this. It's set point now, and it's another game where it's like
Yeah.
his life disparity. I mean, he said he was dead on like turn 5. It's not game 9, man. It's game 11.
We also now know Tyler's email leaked.
Yeah, congrats, you guys.
Feel free. Now you can send him complaints about the power rankings even more personally.
Yeah, Pooball's gonna be feeling it though. There's like stress as fuck, and now he has to play in Spotlight.
Yeah. Tough luck.
You got the point. Lobby's up.
Good you screen share.
Yes. Yeah, they haven't
You're also
started.
not showing it on screen.
True, thank you. A lot was wrong with that. Okay, final game.
All right.
This is a
Game 11.
terrifying set for both players. Like neither like Tyler doesn't want to throw away what he's been doing, like how well he's been playing. He doesn't want that to be for nothing, and I mean Pooballz doesn't want to have his lead be for nothing. It's yeah,
I think you're
it's gonna
definitely
be
under more
tough.
pressure here as Pooballz. If you're Tyler, you played your best. Like,
Yeah,
you
you can
can
be friendly with
reasonably be like,
yourself
okay, I played my best, whatever.
for sure. Okay, he does set these altars. That's fine. Good
That's good to
stack.
hear, Philip. I preferred stack because I think it's better tempo, and like we were discussing in some other game, that you're not that likely to sell the otter separately, so you may as well get the extra tempo and tempo, even though this beaver, obviously the buffs aren't very relevant.
Mhm.
Well, no, I guess separate then combined is better because otter sticks around longer than beaver,
That's
and it's
true.
like comparable tempo.
Oh,
Oh, never mind, it was
it's
better tempo.
so much better. I need to turn Team Viewer on. I guess it is actually like a fairly reasonable thing to say. Um, back 1 HP guys are kind of common.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe it's Big Beaver. If you have like Giraffe Rabbit
He
or
does.
something, it would so be Big Beaver actually.
It would still not be, but it'd be fun
And
to
double
think
ma
about.
okay, what if it was double flamingo in shop and this
Then you would
setup?
just go big flamingo.
But you have otter stats on the beaver. Like you have 3 otter stats on beaver. And then you would get flamingo stats
Okay,
on beaver. I feel like beaver's better there for sure.
I disagree.
Oh,
I
draw.
feel like
Tragic.
you lose 4 stats by buffing beaver, so it needs to be really good. And I don't think this would qualify.
You do lose 4 stats, but they're not the best 4 stats ever. Okay, we have a better buff target. Tragic. I take Badger.
Mm, yeah,
'Cause
Badger.
it's
I think Badger is better in isolation anyway. So unless you have like a really compelling reason to take Ox, you should just take Badger.
oh, it's
And then
fine
now you just
honestly.
take the Dolphin because you already have your buff target.
Nicely done. And you just keep
And
your bodies on
honestly, I
board.
would
These bodies
probably.
can stand board for ages, so I like pill freezing because spider pill and flamingo pill are both like things you can do that don't use board space.
So I think the only problem with this is that it's not a honey, which is immediately purchasable.
Fair enough.
Pooballz is a big believer in other honey theories, so I'm confused as to why he isn't
He's such a
doing
new
this
gen.
one.
He's such a new gen, that's why.
He doesn't remember the good old days.
Hmm. Crazy. The set's gonna have been going for roughly 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Yep.
Demands. But it's the longest set so far by like an hour. Thank you for
I mean,
sticking with it.
game 9 with a massive roper.
11, but yeah.
Or game 11. Game 11.
Massive roper.
I mean, am I wrong?
No, it's true.
Wait, what happened last fight? Did he draw? I mean, you have board space, but is this kangaroo really the best use of it? Okay, now you
Yeah, I
don't
don't
have board
like these
space.
because they're like it was like exactly the opposite of what I thought he was going to be doing with it. I guess. Oh, what are we doing? I think he's headless chicken thing. Is he going to sell dolphin, sell beaver? This seems
Hmm.
bad. I think I would just have not taken this stuff, but in this spot I would just take peacock and roll. Or bulb enter, but
Yeah, this is confusing for sure. Uh, well, now you just take Peacock, I think.
hmm. I can see his logic, I
Hmm.
guess, with peacock into a rabbit board, but you have a badger to buff. There's not really a reason to go second buff target.
I think
Oh, that roper
Peacock was fine
sucks.
because it's immediately good tempo. I don't like the kangaroo.
Yeah, fair. You have a
I mean, I guess
5/7
the
beaver.
kangaroo is
I
also
know.
immediately good tempo, but like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like good allocation of your board slots.
So the beaver is big because of otter. It got 3 otter stats. Ooh, deer is
All
huge.
right.
Wait, oh yes, this makes
Ooh,
sense.
those. Hmm.
But like, I feel like you have answers to the big unit anyway, and this is more tempo to go deer.
It's pretty close because like this is fine. Like you're probably ahead with this anyway. Oh, that's okay. We're trying to go pretty hard on this whole tempo thing,
We really want him dead. I mean, I guess he does
especially
take
given
4.
that like
He did kick him to 4, so playing to try and turn 8 win is kind of reasonable with this board. It's very tempo oriented already. But then at this point to the deer, because skunk is a long-term is a much longer lasting answer to their game plan, not an immediate answer to their board.
Well, it's the thing where you try to win by exactly enough, right? So he's probably thinking like, okay, the skunk plus meatbone is good enough, so I can take the long term skunk instead of the deer.
Yeah, but isn't the entire logic of the meatbone like immediate kill, and then at that point you don't care?
Well, you can't. It's
I guess
only
you're fail
9 damage,
safing.
so you need the skunk and the meatbone to
True.
do that. But
The upside of
yeah,
that
I
is
don't
you're
know. I
right.
would have much preferred to like at least freeze roll the meatbone. Like you could have bought this badger with like and
Ugh.
saved 3 gold while also still doing roughly the same
It
thing.
still wins the fight though. Wait, this is going well.
Only better with how
Yeah,
much
I
gold we're
guess
spending
so.
on
I guess
tempo.
so. But like, I mean, I only either one of his decisions paid off. No, neither of his decisions did anything. Like, neither of these buys won him the fight. His board won him the fight. Just kind of crazy.
Another
This.
looking like yet another scary game for Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, Pooballz is just going super hard on tempo. He
Yeah,
seems. It might have become more of a thing in the latter half of the set also. Like, he might have just started getting scared of I guess Tyler's gameplay strategy. Garlic, um, skunk.
I think my first instinct would just be the apple badger. I'm trying to. I don't think garlic skunk does much of anything.
It's just like if Spider gets through and trades everything else you have, the skunk would get through everything else. But that's not exactly true actually, because of the second Spider summon.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there are other ways to it. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you can also just do this positioning or something, and it's like the same thing. Hmm.
Ooh, okay. I don't.
That's
Does he?
really big.
Oh, okay. His choices made a huge difference there. Oh,
Oh no.
that
The
was
sheep has turned on
really
Pooballz.
bad for
The
him.
spider
Oh
has
my
turned on him.
god.
To be fair, with this many, I think people forget that with this many fights, you're going to get fucked by spider
For
at least once,
sure. It's just
usually.
that's yeah. It's just exactly what you needed not to happen with your game plan, I guess.
Yeah, that is tough.
Like, cause yeah, for sure it's gonna happen, but this is a spot where he kind of based his whole board on it not happening. Although I guess that's like only a part of it,
I mean, yeah,
and he's
the
still
thing
chill
with
with
tempo lines
warriors.
is you can also then convert them to scaling,
This
which
one
it
kind
looks
of
like he's doing by buying can.
yeah, can whale as well.
Yeah, so okay, he's realized okay, I can't win these fights anymore, so he goes for the long term benefit, which makes sense.
Sheep loses the B11 would be terrifying, or would be yeah. I just don't want to imagine that honestly.
Well, like I said, that's how the game goes. Like it would be equally low roll for Tyler if he never had a good spider in the set. But yeah, this definitely doesn't feel great to have it be in such like a pivotal moment. Pooballz was up 5-2. Like winning 4 games in a row isn't unheard of, but like these were some pretty brutal games to lose, to say the least.
Elephant.
All right, why is
There
there
is
a
a
crab on the
monkey on
board? That
Iceland. There's a monkey on their board. I don't know why there's a crab though, but yeah. Maybe it's just an end on though. It's not unreasonable.
yeah, as an end on, like you are pretty ahead long term, so that makes sense. Philip, all of the lives you've said are, I think, have been wrong. It would be currently be 5-2.
I think you meant set. Did you mean set scores? No.
No, but
Wait.
then it wouldn't.
Yeah. It's 4-3 now. That was right. Wait.
Wait, isn't Tyler? No, he's if there was a spider, then if the spider did not summon a sheep, then Tyler would be on
Oh. Yeah,
two.
it
Is
would
the
have been
point?
6-2, I think. Because he lost the fight off of the and then lost another fight afterward. But he would have lost the other fight afterwards, so it would have been 5-2, I think.
Yes, that is what I said 10 minutes ago. Sorry. Anyway,
It's okay, Philip. We love you.
anyways, ways the this could conceivably win the fight. Maybe the crab is still there, which is somewhat alarming. But
Yeah.
okay, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess he just didn't find anything worth buying and just bought pairs. Which should explain why it's there.
Takes his pill. Cow find is solid. He has definitely like long-term outs that are very strong. It's just his starting point is really weak. He skips cow? I guess he thinks he
Hmm.
needs to not have it. Oh, mammoth or snake?
I
I would take
actually, the
mammoth.
more I think about it, I kind of like the
Yeah,
cow skip.
actually,
I feel like
I'm okay with it.
more stats just never fit into the game plan.
I
So
also do like
this
mammoth
does.
take over snake into this board, but I think that's kind of obvious. Now you're just looking
Yep.
for chocolates.
Do you
Definitely
freeze
overweight.
this whale?
Whale
You only are looking for badger and skunk,
and chocolates, yeah.
or even you
Three
could
ain't
even
evil.
sell the something. No, you can't sell any of these.
No, it gets too bad.
But like level 3 whale certainly fits into like a winning game plan here.
Yeah, I can see it for sure. I think at the same time though, there's too much to pivot out of on the other side of your like on the rest of your board. But maybe
Yeah,
he's
I mean
good
this
enough to
turkey
keep
is
that board.
certainly
Like is it
real.
better to keep the stuff on your board currently because you can't afford to replace it in favor of going whale 3 and getting more stats on those guys? Or is it better to swap into other stuff with the gold that you would be spending on whale 3?
Mm, it's currently 3-3, right? So I feel like you kind of
Could
have
be
time to
both.
do both.
Maybe.
In which case you want the one that's in your shop.
Yeah, this fight seems winnable. Oh wait, maybe not. Drawable though? Not even. Wow.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, not having this level 2 is horrible. His board kind of is just like bad goes.
Well, yeah, he sold out for tempo really hard, and this is
Hmm.
sometimes what happens if you whiff the tempo and then also whiff the cans. Apparently, the camel spawn won the fight. That's starting to become unreasonable. That's pretty tough for Pooballz. Do you sell this? No, you can't sell this skunk. I was thinking, oh, he does sell it.
I
Yeah, I
agree
guess that is
that.
significantly better tempo.
I mean, the
Sure.
breakpoints you have currently are, yeah, probably fine.
Yeah, it's also only level 1, so like objectively, it's only like
Four,
8 or
7
not.
damage.
It'll become like 8
True.
damage this turn, probably 7 to 8. And it scales like a little each turn. Yeah, probably selling out of it is fair.
Hey, I don't know if the camel was relevant, by the way. That he got of spider. I didn't pay
Well, we'll
enough.
assume it wasn't then, because that's
Yeah,
a much more satisfying outcome.
true. I mean, yeah, this could have already been 3-2 instead of 2-3, which I mean, I think his spot would look way better at that point, but maybe not. Good trade. Does that breakpoint do anything?
Uh,
No.
it does
Okay.
not.
Sadly,
It'd be funny if
it
it
would have
did.
been really, really funny. Oh, you're still losing to Shark. This is
Another
so
close
tough.
fight.
This isn't
Yeah,
even
level
Shark
2 shark
3.
isn't even here yet.
And it's what's it called? Just it's all rabbit buffs really. You need levels. Yeah, he has to sell this. He has to go snake, which is completely fine. But there's already a huge buffer of stats on shark, and it can even get garlic potentially. He needs
No,
to.
snake is quite a lot of damage.
Yeah,
Like
he just needs to
drill,
find everything.
tiger, I
Like he
don't
doesn't have
like that.
time. Yeah, this is lowering your odds, or lowering your odds. Sorry.
It's one of those classic things we tell all the low seeds. If it's good enough to buy, you should just buy it. And if it's not good enough to buy, you shouldn't freeze it.
I was really seriously considering hippo, but it's probably bad.
Yeah, it just is not quite good
Cupcake,
enough.
edge. It's the end. Potentially. Unless he can somehow clutch this fight. This is so tough.
I mean, yeah, he kind of whiffed this turn, but he definitely lowered his odds a little
He
bit. So
did. Yeah. It's just, don't envy it. God, no wonder I stopped playing this
there's a
game.
deer.
We're feeding, but we have 8 million
We are
stats.
feeding, but
That was so many triggers and like
uh,
nothing
it's
died, and
gonna
we still win.
wait. Yeah,
Wow.
that wins the fight.
Yeah, I mean,
That's wild.
Tyler fed so hard.
Like I think the deer was reasonable. I
It
think it
was
covered a
for
good number
sure.
of things, but
Like
it's
it's gonna get
brutal into
scorped.
this board.
But yeah, for sure. I mean, now there's like a way back in, I guess. Assuming you.
I mean, yeah, you've got another turn to work with.
You
You
know,
if you hit
switch.
Exodia hard enough, you can maybe beat this board.
Would it not be better to sell a rooster than combine? No.
I agree because I think you need Tiger,
Yeah,
but I guess
exactly.
he thinks Rooster. I guess
Is it
Rooster
a
with
triple?
Mammoth is pretty good.
Wait, do you not take out on 4 gold? Because if it's a tiger, you would. I think you would sell for it.
I agree with taking it immediately. How
Also,
many
these
lives?
chocolate.
Two?
If
Yeah,
you
you
live
can
this
reasonably.
turn, this is so winnable actually. If you live this turn, but Shark 2 is probably coming.
Yeah, like if you win this turn, you level Snake, and suddenly that's quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, and I mean, there's Tyler doesn't have much time to react to that either. Like, if he loses this fight, you get pushed onto lethal with immediate Snake 2, and it's like, what can you even do to
I mean, more
react to that?
stats. He has level 2 Rabbit,
No, yeah, but as in
and
like, when you don't know it's coming.
well, sure, but like I feel like the game plan doesn't change that much. Like I
True,
feel
you get
like
Shark 2
there's
here.
not much he's playing around that isn't more Exodia.
Shark 2 makes on
Shark 2
board.
has
You
arrived.
get way less value. Oh my god, it's dead already.
Ooh, he
Oh
also gets the
wow.
chili
Oh
value.
no.
Brutal.
Wow. I mean, every single, like almost every single game in this set was close as hell. And almost every single game in this set was like really, really tough. But I mean, really like well done to Tyler because he came back from 5-2, was it? And now he's won
Yeah,
the set
5-2 comeback, so
5-6.
effectively a reverse 4-0 and some insane games in there. Like two of those games looked like
Yeah,
completely unwinnable.
agreed.
Very, very well played by Tyler.
The isolate buff. I mean, honestly, there's like probably an argument that his mental got a big buff from count switching. We were talking about that earlier,
I
right?
mean, yeah, people do it for a reason. I think Tyler doesn't actually do
To be fair, the
anything.
bigger buff was probably just how well he played on that first game in the comeback, right? The game 8 was probably the hardest one for him to win of all of them. And when I'm sure that was a
Yeah, yeah,
confidence
he's up
booster
there.
and also probably hurt Pooballz' chances a lot too. Well played to both of them. That
Yeah,
was a really good set. That was also, yeah, the
I think
longest
Pooball's
set.
play like definitely declined a bit, but like that's how it goes when when like you're getting come back on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a important skill to like mentally stabilize. It's
Yeah.
hard to do.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Oh my god, dude, I'm
Hey,
shaking.
Tyler.
No,
Yeah.
that's a
Dude,
crazy
that,
comeback.
that that's probably the craziest episode I've ever played. Like the most
Yeah,
hype
that's
for
a
sure.
wild set.
Uh,
That was
dude,
amazing.
yeah, the second to last game, like I had to like calm down after the game because I was like shaking. And that one I thought I like probably had in the bag anyways, and I was so scared.
Mm.
I mean, that game and actually both games we were on your perspective looked like impossible
Yeah.
at
The other one
stages.
was game 8,
Like you
right?
somehow found the right outs.
The first one
Yeah.
when you like started coming back at like 5-2.
Oh yeah,
That was
the
hard.
garlic snake.
Yes,
Yeah.
that game.
I can't. The game before that was so fucked because, like, I had calculated all the breakpoints, and then you fucking hit Rhino and both the level 2 Tiger in the same turn that kill all of my breakpoints, and it was
Yeah, he
not
had
fun.
the Rhino frozen, I think, and I think he had a chocolate too from last turn.
Yeah,
So we were like
I kind
seeing
of
it, and we were
figured.
like, yeah. I remember saying if you got like 1 health on either of your gorillas, you probably win. But it's so
Yeah, I
hard to
mean,
like predict that it's gonna happen. I didn't know if you would
yeah,
actually go for that.
yeah. I mean, I probably could have played around it, but I was like, "There's no way he hits both the level ups." Like, I knew one of the level ups I'd be like fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, well played.
super well played, man.
100%.
How much
Thank,
else to say? That's just crazy.
Also,
thank
yeah,
you.
do you remember when we were commentating a set the other day, and you were like, I can't wait for me to play Bo11 and for the set to take ages, or something along those
Yeah.
lines. And now this set took 4 hours almost.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Don't
Oh my
predict it.
god.
And
Thank you.
yeah, good games.
Yeah, I think I played a little shaky at the start, maybe, but
Yeah, there were a few things I disagreed with, but nothing crazy. But yeah, the last few games were like really clean. I feel like you were finding some very nice outs.
yeah, I think that Pooballz did really well. I didn't know going in like his positioning stuff, so like really fucked me up. Like I didn't know he played so like breakpoint and tempo heavy
Yeah.
because like
A big factor in the set.
yeah, like I didn't really like he had like one insane round where he bought like a turn 8 meat bone on the deer to like hit like 3 breakpoints. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that he was built like that.
Yeah, his calculations are crazy, and his positioning also, like, on top of that is really good. I feel like he got some cool reads a lot of the time as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think people said really well, honestly. I think like the first like 4 or 5 games, he was probably outplaying me at least, and then not sure about the rest.
Yeah, that's what best of 11 is for.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, better player win, finally. I got long enough, maybe. I don't know.
All part of the plan. I just wanted to give you guys good content.
No, that was great content.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of yapping. You should just stream at this point.
Right?
well, it like helps me calm down, but I yap too much probably.
Fair.
No,
But
it's fine.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with yapping. It's just like, there, you just
no.
stream at this point.
But all right.
Yeah,
Thanks
well,
for commentating. I know this was a long one, so.
Yeah, but I had a lot of fun though.
apparently
This one's
picked the
really
wrong
good.
one to like mysteriously randomly show up
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
All right, Cody, you better beat the weird guy with all the stupid tags.
Oh god, yeah, you're not gonna
We'll
let me play
see.
him.
Unfortunately, I
When
haven't
is
been
playing?
playing very good lately, but
Oh,
we'll see.
No,
when is
it'll
that
be
set?
fine.
I didn't. I think it's been scheduled, but
Yeah, that's
oh,
Saturday at
let's see.
4 EDT.
With Mr. Booga 12 commenting. I see. Well, yeah. Thank you
Yep.
guys. Thank you for your commentary. Thank you for the gameplay. Thank you to Pooballz too. I'm sure you're out there somewhere. Both played amazing. And thank you guys all for watching. Tune in a couple days. I'm also commentating a set on Thursday between Kai and SB. So yeah, be there. And bye bye.
Join the Discord if you want to see a schedule.
Yeah, that's